All right. Sorry, I was quiet there so I could get a good moment to split the VOD. If there's one before, then I'll just use that, but you know.
No matter what happens, I'll see this through to the end. I promise. We're almost done. How are you doing?
Never better.
You know, I am too.
We're counting on you, kid.
Oh, this shit? Okay. I was wondering what this was for. There's an epilogue? Well, hold on. Where do I get that? I would still like to know. So I'm gonna... Oh, so wait a bit? Okay, we can do that later. I'll let people decide. This is going to be very much like... Y'all are going to need to be... Well, you don't need to do anything, but... Y'all will probably have a more active role in how I handle things from going forward. I don't know, I just want to do things. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hell
Do you
yeah.
want to get a live going, or?
Yeah, just a sec. All right, now to put the computer to the test again and see if
Oh yeah.
see what happens. OBS is in administrator mode now, so yeah, Polter, I think you are using a different mic. You sound a little different.
Oh yeah, I changed. I'm using the wrong mic. Wait, is this better?
Yes, speak more.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's way better.
There we
That's
go.
way better.
Okay. Here, I have my there. This is my old. Now I'm using my old mic because I've had my old mic plugged in for recording Elden Ring, but I forgot to switch to it on Discord. Because the headset mic is not as good quality. Although it's probably not so noticeable over Discord.
Damn, Lulu's like, can't say praise be to Yevon anymore. You're so right, girl. Yeah. Well, I think we might today might just be a good day to go through and do some capturing.
Yeah, I think so. That's about the best mindless thing to do.
I can even speed the game up to 4 times if I really want to.
You can. I would recommend it.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, that might be a bit sensory overload with, like, talking at the same time.
I don't know. It does disable the sound effects, at least.
It does, yes.
Thankfully.
Thank God.
Because I had it on 4
also...
times speed to get back to, to the point of no return after I left.
You also use the no encounters, I hope?
No, I fought everything on the way there.
Oh my god.
Most everything.
Well, you can use, if you use F3, you can also set it to plus 100% encounter rate to get captures faster.
True. Who else? Oh, it was the... Oh, Waka has the catcher. Did he have that the whole time? No, I must have changed. Oh, I changed it to the prison ball probably later. Hi, Kojin.
I would, like, literally shudder to imagine doing this grind on the original PS2 release. Like, I would never, ever be able to do that. It just takes so long. It took, like, I think it took, like, a month of work. Well, no, probably not, like, a month. Like, maybe 2 weeks.
Sorry, Lunde. I guess I should introduce him. This is Poltergust 5000.
Hello! I'm a regular in the other streams, but I've never been in here because this series has been,
Yeah, I did all my Final Fantasy stuff solo, so I...
Yeah, but now we in the post-game, which is boring, so it's time for co-comps.
Man, this ledge, this does not look walk-upable at all.
Oh, yeah, no.
And
Thank
Titus
goodness for
doesn't
the
use his
build-up
ability that
video.
he learned to climb at some point during this adventure, but he doesn't.
Hello,
It took him a
Lugia.
while.
So happy.
Man, yeah, this music. I guess like F3 is encounter rates, right?
Yeah.
Frequent. Just capturing right now.
Yeah, no,
Tibus.
it's gonna be a long time, and you've still got some side quests to do.
I do have
Did
some
people-
questing.
Did people tell you about the I mentioned in the last stream that there were some side quests that affected the finale. Did anybody tell you about that?
I think that I know about the existence of them, but I didn't do any of them. But I figured there's going to be a lot of stuff to do, and there's optional Aeons to get, so I'll probably do the finale again.
Yeah, at some point, yeah. And by the time you do that, it'll be very, very easy. You might, like, 3-tap Jacked.
I'm cool with that. After the hell he put me through before?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, it was pretty fun fighting him. He took it easy on me with eject beam this time, though. And I was so ready for it. I had stone proof on everyone.
Yeah.
Apparently, those demonoliths drop you can steal from petrified grenades from them as well.
Oh man, that's right.
Because I managed to get a couple things. I stole a stamina tablet from, I think it was one of the enemies. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
So I used that on
Right.
Riku during the final fight. Because I was like, oh well, yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, what is that actually? So many of those things have like you can use them with the use command, and I've never even done that. I just
The stamina tablet doubles their max HP.
Oh.
So
wow.
Riku had max HP during the final fight for at least the last part,
Nice.
just to make sure she stayed alive.
Yeah, I think you can use a stamina tablet to customize like a really high HP percent buff onto armor.
Oh, interesting. I think you need
Yeah.
a lot of them probably though.
I don't think so. The HP ones tend to be pretty cheap.
Also, yeah, Coach, and I did manage to beat the game. Okay, Waka doo doo, yeah.
Also, what you could do is you could open up the escape menu. If you really got bored of the music, you could open up the escape menu and turn the music down, and then play whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that would be
Yeah.
that is an option. I did have to open up the escape menu to remember how to speed the game up, so I knew that feature was there, but I also forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimari. I know if I get too close to
Kimari.
if I get too close to the village, then I'm gonna have to fight the Dark Aeon. So
Oh yeah. Just don't like walk directly into the loading zone, and you'll be fine.
yeah, I mean it would be kind of funny.
It would be funny.
I mean I already got my ass beat by it a few times, but
Yeah, if you're gonna lose your capture progress in any area, this is the one to do it.
isn't there a save point like right outside the village though?
Maybe. I think so. I don't know exactly where the save point is relative to the trigger point for the boss fight. I think you have to actually enter Besaid Village, but I don't remember.
Man, Society, if you were allowed to check your capture numbers.
Oh,
Like-
once you hit max, it'll just say capture limit already reached, and it'll die,
Okay.
and they'll die normally.
Which Final Fantasies have you played? Twat, you're looking at them. That's it.
Oh man.
I know some of the. I know 7 is beloved. At least I think it is. Is it beloved? Yeah. People really like 7.
7 is like it's Final Fantasy 7 beloved.
No,
Take
because I know
one
a lot
look
of people also think that it hasn't aged super well.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, yeah, like graphically, like the models, especially like the overworld models, look like marshmallows attached with toothpicks. But
I
The-
think
the-
really
the-
what
the,
I'm
like-
really what I'm getting at is, would you guys prefer to if I were to stream Final Fantasy 7, would you prefer to see 7R or 7OG? I'd play both, but
they're not comparable.
I know they're not
Like,
comparable, but I would play both.
I
But
would-
one would probably be on my own time.
You should play the original first because the remake is like has like meta commentary aspects of its narrative.
Okay. Hey Shogun, how's it going, dude? Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you up to today? Startle Pundum. How you been, dude? It's been a while. You're playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Hell yeah.
1,000 Year Door.
Lindea, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it greatly. Man, apropos of nothing, but I might change my raid alert in the future. Because I've got a green screened version of the Rev Up Those Fryers video. And that could be fun.
Oh my god!
I've been doing
Oh,
good.
that's a good idea.
Rev up those fryers. Oh, everything. Fugi, stop breaking, please.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's just trying. As long as I don't see that damn encoding overloaded message, I'm fine.
Oh no. Dude, I should bust out my old Titus Gust picture for this. For my Fugi. That'd be funny.
Yeah, when Fugi decides to fix itself, then yeah,
It'd be a funny Fugi.
Fugi.
It'd be a funny Fugi.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny
That's
right there.
funny right there. I don't care who you are. That's fun.
Speaking of fryers, will be acquiring dinner. Hell yeah. I hope you've been enjoying Thousand Year Door on Switch. I'm also at Chapter 1. I also beat Chapter 1 recently, so that'll be fun. Probably gonna stream Chapters 2 and 3 tomorrow. I think I can get through Chapters 2 and 3 in one sitting. Yeah. The only reason I hesitate to say that is because I technically am reading all the dialogue. Well, as much of it as possible. So that slows things down. I just want to get to, Chapter 3, man.
Reading all the dialogue is a good way to not get annoyed by how stiff the dialogue, the text box controls are.
I know. That is killing. Condor. Oh, hello. Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, well. Cool. I'm gonna trust the autosave on this one.
Oh, it actually fully froze?
It froze, but it's still playing.
Oh dear.
Oh, it crashed. Alright, cool.
Womp womp.
That's alright. That happened last night, too. But it happened in a fine location, so I was okay with it. What can you do? My computer forgot that it actually has really great specs or something. Oh.
What a pain.
I know. I didn't know you could just forget that.
Oh my god, this is gonna be the goofiest Fugi ever.
Figure out your dinner so you'll be lurking? No problemo. I'll probably stop at around 8 p.m. because I need to eat myself.
No problemo. There's the Spanish again.
Let me sing gracias.
Let me say gracias. It's is no problemo Spanish? I thought that was just a thing people said.
I think it is. I think it's Spanish. Is there an auto battle command? Oh shit! Wait, no.
Yes, there is. I think it's F4.
That'd be fun. Just walking around in this area, letting them do their thing.
I mean, you'll have to manually walk around to get more encounters.
No, but that's fine. But letting them do the thing in battle could be fun.
By the way, you want to know a tip? Something I recommend for monster capture grinding. Get Yuna a capture weapon and put Death Strike on it and use it against Flans in later areas.
Oh, yeah. That's really smart, actually. You know, one thing, you would think that I would have learned how to navigate this menu by the time we made it this way. Isn't problema for problem? I don't know. No hablo. Hey, Liam, how's it going? I see you in there.
Hello.
You know, I think I'm going to stick with ×2 speed for this.
Are we doing the Final Fantasy X podcast?
Yeah, this can be the Final Fantasy X podcast.
Did you mean to start the live back up, by the way?
I did mean to do that, but alas, I am not smart and forgot.
You should just do it 720p15. Just need to be super high quality. There we go.
Oh, it is. I should change the stream quality. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as I can hear what's going on, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh no, I speak French, so I do know about the gendered nouns thing.
I know about the gendered nouns thing because of that one NCS moment. You know the one.
A desk is not feminine. Desks don't have dicks.
See, I listened to him say that at double speed, so I almost always quote it at double speed by accident.
Wasn't that from
Oh,
Mario
man.
64?
Probably.
That's another really good one.
It is super good.
Yeah. Where did I put mine? Where did
I mean, Kojin, you know what? I'll be here for at least another hour and 20 minutes, so...
There you go.
Condor captured. You know French? Yeah, well, I mean, no is a strong word, because I'm like 8 years removed from it. But, in theory, yes, I know French.
Is there a
I
way to
have some
change
French
every...
bread in the kitchen. Does that count?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I know French too. At least I know the taste of French.
Oh, my eyeball.
You have pain. You have
My
pain.
eyes
You
are
have pain.
cockjacking. There we go. My dumb Titus.
Tibus. I don't. I guess me calling him Tibus is also a Tim thing, isn't it?
Is it? I don't remember that.
Because Tim was like, yeah, Titus. I thought his name was Tibus for the longest time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember what LP it was in. It was not the Final Fantasy X LP. Which I've been enjoying. I think I'm on like I said, I'm on like part 40, I think.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what part is that.
I don't know.
You'd think I'd remember. I've watched that LP a dozen times.
I don't think I've ever watched through the whole thing. I always just like skip around to certain parts.
It's easy for me to watch through a whole LP, especially back in the days of the time limit, because I just double speed everything and put it on.
Oh, that's Thunder Plains. I see.
Thunder Plains I saw
Thunder,
before I
no.
started this because I think Tim was dodging lightning bolts on one of his streams
Oh.
for FF Fridays.
Oh, you saw the edit of the laughing scene then.
Yes, I did see the burps.
I love that
I
one.
saw the comments like, thank you for spare. I was like, it wasn't that bad. You don't have to
Yeah,
thank
I
him.
Yeah, I do love that though, just because of the burps he picked. Like when Titus leans back to laugh even harder, he puts that really sharp, loud, shrill burp in there.
Once I get my character design finished, I want to start doing like cosplay, like not actual cosplay, but like my character cosplaying thing commissions again.
Oh yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
like the Van Zeeks and the Blackwell.
You know, I was literally just thinking, like, because I'm Titus in my Fugi right now, like, what if, like, what would each of us be?
I don't know.
I feel like you.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd either be Orin or Kimati.
I was thinking both of those, but I feel like Kimari, he's quiet.
I think I put your I think I did like an edit of all of like Tim's mods' faces over the scene where Yuna is like, yeah.
When I saw that
was in his
scene, I
countermeasures.
recognized it. Yeah.
Yeah. I put that scene in the countermeasures, I think so. But in that, I think I put your face over Kimari in that. I think.
I think I've captured all of the.
Yeah, I think so. There's not a whole lot. I think there's only like 4 monsters in this whole area.
Enemy encounters, none. All right, well.
It's so funny when you run around at ×4 speed. Because, like, the animation is so fast.
God, it's like...
I remember in...
I guess for this playthrough, I learned basically how to use... Like, I'm joking when I say this, but I learned how to use haste yesterday. And, like, the animations are so funny.
Oh, yeah.
When they're fast.
I had this running gag in my LP where whenever I had to, like, go somewhere, like, just run off to get somewhere else for a side quest or whatever, I would turn the encounters all the way down and turn the speed all the way up, and as I was running, I would go like because the animation is so fast.
It's like the perfect animation for that like Hanna-Barbera scrambling sound effect.
Yeah. Oh lord, what a good sound effect that is, huh? I'm just gonna check my my numbers here. I think I have to talk. I think I have to talk to this gentleman to do it.
Yeah. It'd be nice if you could.
God, that Donkey Kong Country 2 ending screen.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country 2. Me, it always reminds me of this ancient Stuart Little 2 PC game we got out of a cereal box, I think, that was like full of like uncanny pre-rendered loops like that.
Not now.
Bring it on. But first fight's free, Twy.
That's fine. I can
But
pay.
first fight's free. And
Come
if you die, you don't get a game over. You just come back here. It's
Yeah, but
fine.
I'm in the middle
Yeah,
of
like
something.
obviously you're not gonna win, but you want to see what you're up against, right?
all right, hold on.
Fine.
If I must. 3 stars. Sure, I'll fight this guy. Yeah, bring it on.
I think 3
wait,
stars
the
is
Earth
magic
Eater.
boost, right?
All right, Earth Eater.
Maybe? I don't
It's
remember.
that or 1 MP cost. It's one of the 2 like super goated ones.
1 MP cost is Turbo Ethers. I'm like 90% sure of that.
Yeah.
I thought they were both Turbo Ethers. Let me look at the.
Guess you're not up to scratch. Why don't you go eat my ass, dude?
You know what's weird? In the original, he said you're not up to snuff.
Yes, I don't know why they would change that. Airhead to lunkhead all over again.
Yeah.
All right, Yuna. I'm really happy that
no, you're
I
right.
managed to get
1
that
MP
extra
costs
level
3
on
stars.
Lulu because she was really close to Flare and I didn't realize it. So she has that now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Turbo Ethers for Magic Booster and 3 stars for 1 MP cost.
Well, oh wait, I can just board from over there. What am I doing?
Is there another way to get more 3 stars?
I'll get to the clam land soon enough.
How do you get more of those? I'll probably steal them from something. Bribe from Behemoth King. Okay.
Behemoth.
How much is that bribe? Holy shit. It's 1,687,500 gil for 14 3 stars.
I don't think I've ever had that much gil at one point.
I probably. How do you grind gil in this game? Because I don't think you can do that like you can grind AP.
You're counting on you, kid.
We're counting on you, kid.
Okay, so I think I did get all of the enemies on Besaid. It looks like it's just Dingo, Condors, and Water Flans. So let's
Makes
go
sense.
to Killick, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, here we go.
Speaking of yeehaw, hi. God, I love this song. Look at our airship parked over
Yeah.
there. It doesn't fit in with the landscape at all.
Hello, Coach. Oh, I can't hear you for some
Yeah, just the flat image of the airship
Nope.
floating up and
There you
down.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
God, Jules did a cover of this song, an acoustic cover. It's really good. You know what? Yeah, I'll just save over this. It's fine. Sin is dead. Hi, Kojin. How are you?
Hello.
I'm doing okay, but Discord is not behaving.
Oh, dear.
Like, I cannot see anything.
Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
weird. That's,
Like, I can't even see the list of, like, text channels. It's
Huh?
literally a gray box.
weird.
How did you manage to join the call?
Well, I did, but, like, as soon as I tabbed to something else, it's just like,
Oh.
no. Anyway,
Betsy, first try today. I had to reevaluate my weapon setup and armor setups.
You needed a good nap.
Honestly, I did.
Sometimes
just-
that's literally in
Yeah, okay.
Final Fantasy X and in Elden Ring. Like, that's sometimes that's all it takes.
That's like the secret sauce in any Souls game is just like if you're really struggling, just come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Beat it on like your 3rd try.
Or you were reading that thing, Tabsibis, or whatever it said.
Yeah, I was trying to read that, but I couldn't. Yeah. I know all
I'm
the
gonna drop
vowels
the
are
gun back.
vowels, but like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's not, if there was no context to that sentence, I'd sound like an idiot. I know all the vowels
Die
are
when they're
vowels.
killed.
Killer bee captured.
Oh, I just
Dynonics
heard everything in
captured.
Discord. I think we kept talking over him, so I didn't hear what he
Oh.
said before he
Oh,
left.
shit, yeah. Oops.
There you are.
There you go. There you are.
Welcome back.
Vision has been restored.
I took an eye drops.
Haha.
Oh, and
I get the
it echoed
reference.
throughout Death Mountain.
That's a fun
Relevant,
reference for all you Final Fantasy gamers out there and all you Legend of Zelda gamers out there.
Mm-hmm.
Eye drops. I never used it. I just used Asuna.
Listen, it's hard to risk using Asuna knowing that if Yuna stays out on the field for 5 minutes, she's going to get killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did consider briefly giving Riku like Asuna because it's on the grid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe Riku can use it, but I didn't want to go through the trouble.
Yeah, actually, on the subject of getting a good night's sleep with the fight earlier, like how many runs did you lose last night because you forgot to like use a soft on somebody and they just got deleted?
2. I think 2 or 3.
There's more than that.
Because there were
Man,
a few times where people got petrified and then immediately got attacked again without me having a chance to do anything, and then they died.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
What's really fun is that in the post game, a lot of enemies, when they petrify you, they just instantly shatter you anyway.
Yeah, because it
In
does
the
damage,
same
right?
move.
So if it kills
Well,
you.
actually, I don't think it even does. Like sometimes, like a lot of enemies will just they'll like because most of like the post game like super enemies are like puzzles, and if you do the wrong thing, they'll just delete you.
Mhm.
So I keep asking. I keep forgetting what the question is. We going for celestial weapons here?
Yeah, I'm just capturing right now, I guess. It's easy to do, and it can stop
Yeah.
whenever.
Because
Yeah.
capturing will be a good time to discuss the story. Anyway, it doesn't discuss the story.
Oh yeah, well we're talking, we're just shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really enjoyed the story like throughout. I know I was really nervous. I've said this before. I was really nervous going into like a Final Fantasy game on stream because like, oh my god, what if I'm an idiot? What if I'm like really bad at this? But I feel like I've gravitated towards the game pretty well.
Oh yeah, you're.
Oh,
Yeah, and
definitely.
Other than having a massive blind spot in your brain, shaped like the word overdrive.
Actually, I did use the overdrive in the final fight.
I saw you use 1 open parentheses numeral 1 close parentheses spiral cut at one point.
No, I mean like, actually, it was overdrives were key to my success because I used Mighty Guard and Kimari to make sure everybody stayed alive.
Ah, good.
Oh.
Good.
And now that they had when they got stone proof, Petrify couldn't get rid of the Mighty Guard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Petrify for some reason removes all status effects. So that's fun. Stop giving me Killer
wow.
Bees. I don't need these anymore.
One of the reasons I really like the story of this game is, well, it's an isekai, but like because of that, the characters are able to go into exposition without it sounding very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he got too
Titus
close to
is-
Sin's toxin.
Titus is a really close, is a really good protagonist for that reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's really impressive how like they never really make it awkward that nobody ever says his name out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
That's-
only think of like one line where it's obvious they're dodging around it.
it's unbelievable that they managed to write an entire script without ever referring to Titus by name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
like
doesn't-
because I've been on like an SMT kick lately, and those are games that just don't even try.
Hey,
Like
you.
there's yeah, how often it's just like this guy, but the actual subtitles say your name.
Leader.
Leader.
It
I
helps
don't-
that the cinematography and the blocking is so good in this game that like context clues make up the difference in like 80% of cutscenes.
I was actually just I was thinking to myself earlier, like, because of how natural this game feels in not referring to Titus by name, I forgot that Titus was a nameable protagonist.
Yeah,
Because
I think a
it's
lot
been
of
so
people
long
do.
since I named him.
Yeah, but you know, have you ever wondered why there's so much debate over how the hell you actually pronounce his name? It's
Because
they
they don't
never
say it,
in
yeah.
the game.
Like
But we're all in
Titus,
agreement
Titus.
that it's Titus, right?
I like Titus. I don't like
I've always-
Titus.
He's
I'm
named.
pretty sure Titus is correct, but
Yes,
it sounds
he's-
dumb, and I refuse
he's-
to use it.
Yeah.
It's because him and Yuna are named after like what I can never remember what like culture this is from. They're named after like
It's Okinawa.
It is Okinawa. Tidus is named after like a god named Tita,
Mm.
and they're like Tita and Yuna are like sun and moon.
Oh.
Oh, you know, that actually makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Ultra Tidus and Ultra Yuna.
but Tidus just sounds better.
Yeah. He's like the tide, and there's like a lot of water.
Yeah.
He's a blitzball player.
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
It is one of the only lines in this game that actually like takes me out of the experience.
Yeah, it's so
I
bad.
also like in that scene when Wakka's like, let's have our black mage
Let's
show it.
have our black mage show us how it's done.
Is
Like,
that the
you know,
only
Price
time they
is
call
Right.
her a black mage? I think it is.
I mean, yeah, like that's like the one time in the game they actually refer directly to like gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? It's a better tutorial than the other two tutorials in the game.
Yeah. Fucking blitzball.
The blitzball tutorial that takes like 10
Longer
years.
than the fucking game itself.
The
fucking-
blitzball tutorial makes it seem way more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah, the sphere grid tutorial is like listening to someone talk for like 45 minutes, and then blitzball is like, here's a fucking textbook, asshole, fuck you.
Yeah, man, you want confusing, weird tutorials? I can't wait for you to play Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Junctioning all your girlfriends.
I need to get back to playing that game. I made it to the train, and then I just had no fucking idea what was going on, and then I stopped playing.
Oh, dude, that's like not far at all.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, fortunately, Final Fantasy VIII is so bloated with like 300 cutscenes that despite being 4 discs long, it's still only like 30 hours.
Mm,
Like it's pretty short, all things considered.
yeah.
Interesting. I kind of am interested in playing 6. But that's because
6 is good.
I ended up being named. Shadow ended up being named after me in Tim's playthrough. So
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
like,
remember that.
Yeah.
I still need to like properly pay my dues to like the Nintendo era games.
I really, really, really wish they would remake 6.
Did
The
you ever
original
go-
is
I was gonna ask, did you ever go and re-see the Faith?
One of them. I didn't. I solved the Jose temple again, and it took me forever. So I was like, yeah, remake 6 in what way? Like what they did for 7, or like?
I would well, okay, ideally, originally the people who remade Final Fantasy IV had plans to do 5 and 6, so that would be my ideal scenario, but I think the time for that has passed. Because the remake, the 3D version of Final Fantasy IV is a bit awkward to play. The game feel isn't great, but it is absolutely the most realized form of Final Fantasy IV that exists, in my opinion.
It has like disgustingly good production values for a DS game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it has like voice acting and shit.
has
That
voice
completely blew
acting.
me away.
It's got, like, every single time a plot development happens, you can open the menu with each party member and see their thoughts on it.
I forgot about that. That's so cool.
And, like, the like, revamped character designs are, like, so... Like the 3D models are really... Well, okay, the 3D models themselves are very low quality because it's a DS game, but the designs are fantastic.
It's an appealing art style.
Yeah, it's
Even,
very appealing.
even if
in
it kind of
low
reminds me
res.
of like the Fire Emblem Awakening hooves.
Here we go.
I could
It's
just imagine.
it looks worse when you play it on Steam in high res.
Oh god. I feel like most Final Fantasy games, getting them on Steam is convenient, but it's like almost always the worst version.
Yeah. Well, it's the only really convenient way to get Final Fantasy 4DS unless there's no encounters in this area.
Sorry, no, I
Yeah.
know. I'm just watching him run around in circles.
Like a thing I've noticed with Squeenix is that like the easier it is for them to do a phoned-in mobile port, they're just gonna take it. Like
Or
for instance, the Final
remaster.
Fantasy X remaster. It's pretty good because they actually had to make it with consoles and PC in mind.
Yeah.
Walking around with my side-to-side jutsu that I learned in Splatoon.
But also even just like the pixel remaster might have done this, but the original Final Fantasy VI has like really weird bugs where like certain stats just don't do what they're supposed to do or don't work at all.
Oh yeah, isn't like agility broken? You just can't dodge anything.
Yeah, like evasion doesn't do anything, but magic evasion affects like everything. So and there are some ways that you can get magic evasion to like 97%, and characters just stop getting hit by anything.
Yeah,
I feel fun.
I feel like you're probably best off just playing like a ROM hack that fixes those glitches instead of doing any of the like weird remastered versions.
Probably, yeah. I think they fixed a lot of it in the Game Boy Advance version, but it's kind of like a little crunchy because it's crunched.
Yeah. Plus, like Final Fantasy VI has a very like smooth, not contrasty color palette. I feel like it would look really ugly on the GBA.
You could get patches for that.
I guess so.
But I've always wanted to play the Game Boy Advance versions because all three of the Game Boy Advance versions of 4, 5, and 6 have like extra post-game content that isn't in any other version.
Yeah, like at least I'm pretty sure the post-game stuff in 4 was brought over to the PSP version.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Which despite being released at the same time as the DS version, is a completely different skew of the game.
Yeah. Final Fantasy IV is a nightmare of different versions you can decide to play. Even the 3D, the DS version, it's like, I want to recommend it, but it's so fucking hard.
Man, that reminds me how, like, Tomato, the Mother 3 translation guy, made, like, this long fucking article of, like, which version of Final Fantasy IV should you play?
Yeah.
And he also, like, accounted for, like, a million different, like, fan translations and, like, restoration patches and shit.
Yeah. I should look into the Naming Way edition, because I've only ever... The only versions of the SNES I've ever played were the OG and fucking William Shatner-ass J2E.
The J2E one is hilarious, though.
It's hilarious.
Like, seriously, one of my favorite lines in that whole thing is when Tella, like, finds Edward or whatever, however that scene goes, and he just goes, "You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch!" It's funny watching Tim's elf, because the fact that as the version Tim elf
the way Tim does it in that scene, it just...
You son of a bitch! Anyway, Final Fantasy X, maybe?
Yeah, anyway, also props to that scene where, like, literally every single translation still keeps the Spoony Bard line.
Oh, yeah.
I'm no Spoony Bard, I'll have you know.
I don't remember what translation this was. This might have been the DS version, where there was, like, a dev comment or in some interview or something where they're like, the Bard was Spoony, we checked.
Man, speaking of weird, like, translation things, you ever think about how weird it is that Edward's name was Gilbert in the Japanese version, and then they changed it for, like, no reason?
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Like the localizers are like, that's a dumb name, we're changing it. It's like in Castlevania 3, how Trevor Belmont was Ralph Belmont.
What?
But I guess
really?
they thought Ralph isn't a cool enough name, so they changed it.
I mean, they're right. Trevor is a cooler name.
Oh my god, I did not know.
Ralph Bell.
Ralph Belmont.
What the hell? That caught me
You know what
off
really
guard.
fucks? You know what really fucks me up about the whole Edward thing? Is that's also Edge's real name.
Oh man, I don't think I've ever played far enough to actually like know what Edge's deal is. I just know he's like the ninja guy that joins at the 11th hour.
Pretty much. He's very much the Prince Pooh of Final Fantasy IV.
Like Yang's like, okay, we need a new character slot, so I'm gonna go sacrifice myself real quick. Bye.
Jeez, spoilers.
Oh yeah, maybe I should shut up about that. I just think it's funny that the way Final Fantasy IV clears out party slots is it just kills people off.
You know what? Hey, Jin. Am I saying that right? For the longest time, I was adding like a second I into your name, but now Now I realize that have been like reading it wrong. So please correct me if I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. I should play the OG Final Fantasy. Listen,
Oh man,
I'm up
the
for
very,
whatever.
very first
Hello?
one. Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
You just saved, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
Also, you don't know who these are yet. Don't worry about it.
I think you can run.
Oh jeez. That worked. That worked. Oh no! Oh no!
That's okay.
Oh yeah, you get to fight the Bug Fables cosplayers.
Oh, they actually get to use Delta attack right away.
All right.
This is the most
Okay,
special
Jim,
effects vomit attack in the entire game.
Listen, I'm glad I got to see it.
And you're watching it at ×2 speed.
Yeah. God, okay, fucking Supernova.
Yeah, this attack is just such overkill. It's not even funny. 9999999999999.
Well, that went so well.
99999 screen. You did it.
That went well. I don't even
Cute.
like whatever.
Did the game just crash?
It might
Did it
have.
just crash again?
It was so overwhelmed by what happened.
Oh my god.
God.
Yeah, well, you know, I tell ya. Boy, I tell ya.
Oh right. The reason I joined this call
Yes.
is because somebody, I don't know if it was Liam or if it was Poulter who asked if there was a way to grind Gil in this game, and on a technical level, yes.
Tell me more.
You need to get the Gillionaire attachment for one of your pieces of armor,
Is this
Right.
gonna put me here? Is it gonna put
and
me?
then there's a specific enemy that you have to fight in an area that Twy has not been to yet. That gives you 50,000 Gil normally.
All right, we're safe. I made it out.
Where?
Yeah, you should put the screen share thing back up again.
You're right. I should do that because that's important.
I gotta scroll up and find your name, Poulter, so I can whisper you.
Just whisper to me in the call. It'll be fine.
Can I?
Man, wouldn't that be that would probably be a really bad idea of like a feature to implement, like being able to like right click somebody in a call and whisper to them specifically.
Okay, they should do that, but they should make the command instead of whisper, it's talk shit. You can just talk shit to
I can
people.
just DM you.
That's also true.
Hey Twy, how about you deafen for like 5 seconds?
Okay.
There we go.
All right. How we doing, folks? It's just me for a minute. I assume they'll tell me what I can undeafen. I had no reason to ride this chocobo, I just felt like it. How can you not love this guy? Oh, that's Kojin, Lundea. I guess I should have their names. Kojin wearing his salmon run clothes for some reason, actually. I should fix that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, the chocobo's gigantic. Look at him. I wonder if they'll tell me when I can unmute them. You are bird friend. No, I've learned. I'm okay. Get that cursor off the screen.
Sorry.
All right, there we go. I don't need to. Oh shit! Oh. Boing, 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 boing. I think I've no. I don't know if I actually hit 10 here, so I'm gonna go grind a little more. Thankfully, it stopped me right before I ran into those hell people.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
With the autosave, so I was able to, not die.
Hooray! Yay!
Floating thing. All right. Bomb captured. Someone captured us the bomb.
Oh, these aren't homemade. They were made in a Spira. A bomb. No, that's
That
not
doesn't. Those pies sure look good.
awful.
Oh no, these aren't homemade. They were made in a factory. A bomb factory. They're bombs.
They're bombs.
Did you see on Twitter how it's just been like full of people just posting their favorite like SpongeBob line deliveries? It's been
Is that
great.
different from usual?
No, but I guess
as opposed to scenes.
yeah, I guess Art of SpongeBob posted like there are some SpongeBob clips that have just been ingrained in their memory or like affect their normal vocabulary, and so
my version of that is the Doodle Bob episode when SpongeBob goes paper.
Paper. Oh brother, this guy stinks. That's such a good. See you, Jin. Enjoy your lurk.
April Fools. Jerk.
There are some really, really good ones. One of the best is, listen, you crustaceous cheapskate. Squidward's been living at my house, driving me crazy, and you're not going to hire him back all because of a stupid dime. What's that? Me first dime. That's a dime? I've been in business a long time, okay. Supposedly, we're expecting a storm. I don't know if we're still expecting a storm tonight.
It's been raining off and on lately, so it's super humid.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I went outside, I would actually drown.
Oh no.
Pensive emoji.
I hate humidity. It's been like 99 degrees the last couple days. I'm like, give it a rest.
Oh, Jesus.
And, at least the humidity went down, thankfully. But, like, imagine, it has been, like, 99 and humid before. And it's like, well, I guess I'll die today.
I can't even get away from the heat down in my office in the basement because I've had Elden Ring running, like, 75% of the time.
Damn, yeah.
So my computer is doubling as a functioning heater. And I'm recording it. How many fucking gigabytes do I have recorded by now? It's ridiculous. Oh, less than 100. That's surprising.
Waka's capture ball having spikes on it is, like, wacky to me. Like, why does it need that?
Man, I miss the really early YouTube days when recording a shit ton didn't take up that much space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The days of Fraps.
Okay, well, Fraps is pretty bad about that because it didn't compress anything.
Yeah, well, To me, Fraps is more symbolic of the era than the actual accuracy of the statement.
But boy, I got some good use out of Fraps back in the day, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Memories of when I used to use Bandicam.
Oh man,
the horrifically embarrassing like weird Let's Play videos I made when I was like 13.
Oh
man. Yeah, I think I did a few videos on like Cam Studio when I was in middle school.
A reminder that Waka fights with a blitzball.
Yes.
These are actually blitzballs that he's using.
I remember I didn't have a capture card back in the day, so I just point a camera at the TV screen.
Hell yeah, camcorder LPs were the shit. Yeah.
I remember we had like a camera, and oh, this is so stupid. I recorded myself doing the boss endurance in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror by stacking, like, it had to have been like 20 books on top of like a little end table to get the camera level with the TV and just like spacing it perfectly. And then I had to beat the boss endurance in like less than 11 minutes because the camera actually physically couldn't record a video over 10 minutes and 59 seconds. And I beat the last guy like with 5 seconds left.
Man, that reminds me, I remember recording like a tutorial on how to beat something in a game, and I stacked the camera on a bunch of books and shit, and I spent the first like 3 minutes of the video talking about, oh man, I have such a weird setup for this video, like anyone actually gives a shit.
Oh man. Yeah.
There's a reason I have all those videos privated and I refuse to look at them again.
Yeah.
But I don't have the
Valid.
heart to fully delete them.
That was my 10th dual horn, I guess. Raldo, huh? Like Scooby. Where's Raldo? Anyway, that was dumb.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It's just like walking sometimes. Pretty cool.
I'm glad that in this playthrough, I am not the only person who gets around by spamming the walk button so that it looks like Titus is like skating.
Yeah,
This?
I always thought it looked like he was skiing. I don't know why that was always what I called it.
I love when games do that with the animations where you can just like float in midair.
Yes. Yes. You could do the same thing in the DS version of 4.
Fireball? Yum.
Fire yum. Balls.
God, these are not Mihen fangs. Can I get some of those, please?
Go to a different area. Maybe the encounters are different.
Oh, you mean the area where if I walk past it, I'll get ambushed
No.
by women?
When you get to the gate, just there's like a fork. You can turn around and there's another path going the other way. You can go to the low road.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think doesn't the like first section also have different encounters?
Yeah, like the big
Yes,
long
the
highway
various
that comes
areas have
upstairs.
different encounters.
Yeah.
Just very awkward.
Me and Fang.
I guess I can show the other path. That's not the other path.
What? Oh man, what LP is that?
That is Twilight Princess. When he's
I haven't watched
snowboarding
that
down,
in a while.
and he thinks he's taking the shortcut, but he just runs into a wall.
That's one of those episodes that I always go back to for like no reason. Just like I think like Snow Peak is probably like my favorite part of the game just in general.
It is. It's my favorite too.
I like the idea of dungeons that are just like a straight up building.
Mm-hmm.
Just like an actual building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just some people's house. Oh man, vivre.
Vivre. What is your je ne sais quoi, your joie de vivre?
Hot knuckles. Why would? Okay, I'm not. I love that they can drop items for Riku.
I cannot stand that there is an item limit in this game, or equipment limit.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Is my least favorite thing about. Well, okay, there's going to be a lot of my least favorite things the more I criticize the game, but like, it irks me.
Yeah, that's the conundrum of really liking something is that you're also aware of everything you don't like about it.
Mm-hmm.
At least,
Like I feel like you could ask me like what my favorite game is, and any answer I'd give, I'd just spend the next 10 minutes bitching about it.
oh yeah.
Me playing Donkey Kong Country 2, one of my favorite platformers of all time. The entire second half thing. I hate this level. Oh my god.
I could write I could write like a 5-page essay at least about things that I would change about Terraria.
Because I was thinking about that in terms of like Thousand Year Door. Like, I love the game holistically, but every individual chapter is just like, man, I fucking hate this. This sucks.
Yeah, playing through the remake really made me realize how much better the world, the like level design was in the first game.
Yeah, no, like It's kind of like it's like a Kingdom Hearts 2 situation. They really leaned into like the combat design and just neglected everything else.
Like, how many chapters in Paper Mario 2 are just like a hallway of like 5 rooms and like maybe a dungeon?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I know Chapter 4 gets the most shit for that, but that's like kind of the entire game.
No, I mean honestly, Chapter 4 is probably the biggest, one of the bigger ones. So I
And
guess
Chapter 4 is the biggest offender. They did something really good with that in the remake.
No, I mean,
they
like-
struck a really great balance.
No, but I
of-
mean, I
Ooh,
mean,
I'll have to see that because I fell off the remake before Chapter 4 because I got distracted by something else.
Mm,
well, what I meant to say was like Chapter 4. I think in terms of like the amount of screens is probably one of the bigger chapters, like, but like not counting the dungeon, which isn't really a dungeon, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I think Chapter 8 might
Yeah,
be
Daddy's
my
done that,
favorite
Mhm.
because it's just like the whole thing is just the dungeon. It doesn't have any of the preamble.
yeah.
How's it going, Red? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
I mean, just ask me one of my numerous complaints about Lulu in this game.
Okay.
I like Lulu as a character. I think she's the worst unit in battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't love using her, but I mean,
She is the slowest character, and her main stat is evasion.
Yeah, like basically anytime I get like easy access to white magic orbs, I just teach everything to Yuna and I shelf Lulu permanently.
hmm.
This is one of those games, though, where, like, if you go out of your way, you can basically make any character into anything, so really the only aspect that actually, like, the only aspect that you can't change is, like, what their celestial weapons are and what their overdrive is.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Lulu probably has the worst overdrive.
That's a complaint I have with like every Final Fantasy game in this era is just like the characters are so malleable that they don't really have any like individual characteristics. They're all
Yeah.
just kind of there.
I will say, though, that I don't think that's an issue if you're just playing the main story of this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Not like it is in
But I
6.
mean, like, if you're maxing shit out, then like,
Yeah.
just pick your faves. Like, what are your 3 favorite characters? They're your party now.
Yeah, what are your favorite characters? Unless you're fighting Penance, then congratulations. Your 3 favorite characters are Tidus, Waka, and Riku.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I feel like I can't shut up about this game, but like Final Fantasy VIII, for instance, like, pretty much the limit breaks are like the deciding factor in what characters you use, and it's gonna be like Squall and Zell because theirs are the most broken.
Yeah.
Fucking Zell.
Dude,
It's anything is better than Final Fantasy VI, where you can, like, turn anybody into a nuke with very little effort, though, in my opinion.
It's funny how that game starts off with magic being like the super rare special thing, and by the end everybody can do it.
Yeah. You can literally turn anybody into an Ultima spamming, like, just, like, constantly exploding magic user.
God. That. Yeah, I don't know. I really do want to play some of the other Final Fantasies and understand what y'all are saying. Like, you know,
I absolutely
experience it.
encourage it, and I hope you weren't paying attention when I spoiled the shit out of 4 earlier.
actually wasn't. So
Oh, cool.
that works out.
Yeah, 4, I think 4 is really good about that because 4 gives you very, very little control over who your party is and what they can do.
Yeah,
Okay.
4 is like very vanilla, but that's
Yeah.
like, but Final Fantasy is so experimental that like that's its defining characteristic. 4 is
I
the
like-
normal one.
I really like what they did with that in the remake, where, like, they added the augment system that takes the shifting party and turns it into a party building mechanic. But it's kind of hard to explain. And then there's 5, which is just a job system, which is theoretically, like, technically speaking, the most interchangeable party members, but I love job systems so much that I don't care.
Yeah, and I mean like 5 gets away with it because it's like the same party of 4 the whole game. It's not like a billion different people you
that's-
switch between.
That's true also. The characters aren't trying to be mechanically distinct from each other. or pretending to be, rather.
Now that being said, casually in this game, I love how each character really has their role that they slot into.
Yeah, like I think of anything, this game does a decent job solving that issue. Because it's like, you still get the weird character building shit if you really want to dig deep into it, but everyone still has like their set paths.
Yeah. When I did my LP, I went out of my way to not teach anybody else black magic just so that I would be able to keep using Lulu, just because I like her so much. Which worked out because she ended up being double cast Demi in the optional dungeon is like the best opener ever.
Just cut everything's HP by half.
It cuts because once you get magic booster, because normally it cuts it takes away a quarter of their current HP, but with magic booster that's 3/8, and if you double cast, then it's like just about 60% of their max HP is gone in one cast, and it hits everything.
That's really nice. I did see double cast on the grid, but I'll have to work towards that at some point.
Yeah, and you don't need break damage limit for Demi to go over 9999 damage.
That's very kind of them.
Which is really nice because most enemies in the optional stuff have gobs and gobs of health. It works really well on those Barbados guys inside Sin 2 also.
I thought you meant the island. I was like, huh?
Barbados?
Like the actual island of Barbados. I was like, where did that come into this?
It works really well on Barbados. If you happen to be playing Final Fantasy X on Barbados Island.
So I was up to like, no, you're thinking of the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean, but no, that's Barbosa.
Yeah. Red, I'm just doing the enemy captures.
What?
Which one do we need at this point?
I think I need.
Did you finish Mihen Fangs?
Well, I came down here and they stopped spawning, so I'm just trying to get some of the stuff from down on the low road. I think there's like that one spotted thing. That guy.
Yeah, did you finish? Oh man, Epedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Weaver. Okay, Weavers are done already.
And Weavers were fast.
Oh no, that's a bad idea. I was gonna start the rumor that you should try and capture the Dark Aeons, but I'm like, no, that's just gonna cause heartache.
I would, yeah. Well, don't worry, I would have shot that down.
You're not gonna be ready to fight any of those for a long time.
A couple of them, Dark Ixion isn't so bad. Basically all you need for Dark Ixion is like evade and counter, because and like to know how its AI works.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll admit, I've barely even attempted any of them. I just like I still have to do like the post game stuff in this game. I've played the story mode like 1,000 times, but not anything after that.
Dark Ixion is also really nice in that it is one of the few Dark Aeons that you can actually like run from and fuck off and take it on later. It's not like, oh, you walked into the cutscene. Oops, I guess you're getting a game over.
Wow, idiot! Why would you do that? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Man, like I like the concept of the Dark Aeons, but the execution is so player hostile. I don't like it.
A couple of them are. Some of them, yeah. A few of them are really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very least, Zanmato works on them.
Yeah, but then you're depriving yourself of getting a fun boss battle later on when you're actually ready for it.
That's true. But sometimes it's like...
Yeah, but you know what? If the game's not gonna play fair, then you won't play fair either.
Honestly, I think the only... Dark Bahamut, I remember actually having a lot of fun with. But for the most part, a lot of them get really samey. It's basically just like, get as much damage as you can, and try not to trigger their thing that just kills you instantly. So, Twy.
Yeah.
Do you have questions about the story?
I mean, I think I'm gonna have to sit on that for a minute.
Mm.
I mean, like, the story was like, so for me, because of the way I happened to play this, was really spread out.
Yeah.
So I think I just need some time to sit on that, and probably for podcast part 2.
Yeah, because I would love to. Unearth my inner Spira nerd.
One of my favorite things about like reflecting on the story of this game is how like the whole Sin is Jack thing sounds so fucking stupid at first, but like once they actually explain the lore of how it works, it's like, oh yeah, I get it. That makes
Mm.
sense.
Yeah, that is
Liam
nice.
Six, you're talking about Dreams Anarchin, the one that Tidus is from? That is actually that Xanarkand actually like physically exists. It's just like a few miles off the coast, probably like to the southwest somewhere.
Yeah, I figured like Yu Yevon was summoning it for whatever
Yeah.
reason, and that's why killing him makes Titus disappear.
Yeah, because basically, like, yeah, Dream Xanarkand, the Xanarkand at the beginning of the game is essentially a city-sized Aeon that Yu Yevon is summoning. That Yu Yevon is summoning to preserve the Xanarkand that was wiped out in the Machina War, and Sin exists to keep Spira from finding it. So when Sin attacks Xanarkand at the beginning of the game, Sin actually physically went there and physically threw Tidus, and Tidus just happened to physically land at Baj Temple.
Yeah, I remember because Sin looks so weird in that first cutscene. I was so sure for my first playthrough of this game that Xanarkand was inside of Sin.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
at the end of the game when we go through the hole and it's like, oh shit, we're back here. Whoa! But that's not actually what happens.
And that's why like that's why there are so many faith in that spot on Mount Gagazet, because that's how many faith it takes. One faith can create Bahamut. So you have like a city's worth of faith, and they're summoning a city.
That is interesting. I don't think I would have thought of that. Okay, that's the last Mihen Fang. Now we just need white elements.
Oh, hallelujah! Didn't you just capture limit a white element? Wasn't that a white element right there?
No, it
wasn't
said
capture
captured. Yeah, it just said captured. Oh god, is that the Red Cross? I don't want to talk to you.
Well, Liam, theoretically, yes, he could have gone back, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty thoroughly. Well, I don't know, actually. That's a good question, because Sin definitely destroyed the fuck out of it. But Yu Yevon probably would have resummoned it.
Yeah, I feel like they could probably just do like a rollback or something. Just go back a few days.
You just revert the win. Yeah, but unfortunately, Yu Yevon is dead, so.
Yeah, well, you know, they had the backups, so it's fine.
It's actually like a time loop or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that the spot, the Dream's End area that looks like Xanarkand, I think that's just like where Jecht's mind is, where Jecht's like mind is essentially shaping. Like when you go to the far plane in Guado Salam, the fireflies react to your mind and create like phantoms of people you know. And you can like you can see your passed on like loved ones. And I think that's basically what Dream's End was. It was like the immense density of fireflies that comprise Sin reacting to Jecht's mind and forming an area that was familiar to him.
Don't mind me talking to that Albed child. I'm pretty sure that the subtitle said "you gay," but I couldn't get it to re-say that. It was there for a second.
But those Albed use the forbidden machina.
It's like
what
that one Minna voice clip where it sounds like he's saying, "You're gay."
Oh my
How did
god.
Jecht get out of Xanarkand? Probably the exact same. Well, they said that Jecht went on a fishing trip, right? So Jecht probably literally just went too far afield and got swept up by Sin the exact same way Tidus did, except that whereas Tidus, when Sin attacked Xanarkand and swept away Tidus, that was, I think, Jecht purposefully going to get Tidus. But when Jecht was swept away to Spira, he just went too far away from Xanarkand and ended up basically, because like Sin is to make sure that the two worlds never meet. But I think it just accidentally tossed Jecht into Spira, and then he just couldn't get back because Sin literally exists to keep Spira from getting to Dream Xanarkand.
Interesting.
Hey, capture limit. Woo.
Yeah.
Hey!
I'm just down here because I don't know if there's anything else. Just doing a quick once over.
I don't think so.
Hello, fella. I was walking and ended up
Rhymes.
here.
Yeah.
Where am I? What place is this?
Wait, what? Why? Wait, what? What happened to this guy?
There's a statue over there. Statue of someone big? Statue like it I've seen somewhere else. Have you seen it? Or have you not?
Impossible.
Impossible!
I like these guys.
There's no explanation for those guys.
I love that though. Like there's three other. Oh no, hang on. There's actually
no.
there's
the
an
bird
explanation
harvest.
for that. There's the big guys with the drums. There's like little mouse people, and there's the birds. Final Fantasy X bird people. I think they're like guardians of something. I think the three things.
I think they say that they're from like Makalani or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Makalanya.
But it went ahead on the Macarena Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Right?
musicians, they are spirits of Macalania Woods. So they're basically just like they would be like equivalent to like I guess like Moogles in other games where it's just like some random other fantasy race that just kind of also lives in the world and isn't actually relevant to anything.
I think it's interesting the dichotomy that like in some Final Fantasy games Moogles are just a thing and in other games they're totally fake as shit and just like fantasy creatures.
Yeah, right. Cause in 7 they're basically just like a brand.
Yeah. And then there's like 9 where they're all over the damn place. They're just there.
Yeah.
We had a swell time singing when that ship flew over us, but we can't truly rejoice until the calm comes.
The calm.
The extraction of Vel has wreaked utter havoc on the city. Yeah, I'm sure it has.
It's funny to think that like while you've been doing this, Sin has just been floating above Bavel.
Yeah.
Everyone's standing there like, are they gonna do it already? What's gonna happen?
No, you
like,
gotta keep
I gotta
singing.
fight. I gotta tame some beasts.
You gotta keep it docile. We have things to do. Keep singing. While we play some Blitzball.
Oh God.
God. Yeah.
I just imagine somewhere with my thoughts in the recording studio, hammering and
Guess I can go to the Jose High Road. No, I already did that. Never mind. Moonflow. Alright, so I think I have all the Calmlands one as well. So Moonflow doesn't have any enemies, does it?
Yeah, it does. Which comes out in rare.
Is Discord crankling? Alright, hold on. Man, I hate technology, you know that?
Alright, remember to bring the live back.
I'm actually in the process of doing it. I remembered this time. Third time's a charm, as they say.
don't you
Hello.
dare deny us.
What's that sphere there?
That is a
that's
a sphere.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
can't remember. Is that the boring like letter sphere or the cool jet sphere?
Oh shit. I don't remember this one. Man, your outfit.
It looks like a dragon fruit. Like, what are you wearing?
Dude is dressed just like a fish.
Got scales.
He looks like one of the like fish paint patterns in My Sims.
Oh my God, that's a deep cut. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm glad I know that you know about My Sims so I can make references like
I
that.
can't believe you attacked that shoe puff. Lord Braska had to pay the handler for damages from his own travel money. I said I was sorry. It's never gonna happen again. I promise. Ah, a promise. Which you'll forget come tomorrow.
You tell that asshole.
Orin, please, he did apologize. He knows he was wrong. That's it. Only thing I drink from now on is Shoepuff milk. You're sure?
They create milk,
Journey to fight sin and
I'd imagine.
Spira, right?
Basically elephants.
Screw it up.
but they don't eat.
Making a fool of
They eat
myself.
microscopic organisms.
From the water, they suck through their
schnoz.
schnoz.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
mention
on
the
the record.
schnoz.
Man, I know this is like a total monkey paw wish, but I always thought a spin-off prequel about these three would be like the coolest thing ever.
It would be nice. I would have fun with it.
I mean, yeah, but you know how the story ends. Is the problem.
So
Yeah, but I want to know what happens in the middle. That's the point.
That didn't stop people from getting excited about Age of Calamity before it came out.
Mhm.
Yeah, Age of Calamity up until they're like, yeah, it's not canon. Everyone's like, oh, I don't care anymore.
Sometimes working towards something that you know is going to happen can be just as exciting.
Yeah,
Yes.
it provides dramatic framing.
I guess, because now we're talking about, like, well, this doesn't really provide any context for Twi, but for the people who've seen it, Star Wars Rogue One.
Mm, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've seen Rogue One.
I thought you said you didn't see any Star Wars.
No, I've seen quite a few of the movies actually. I just
Oh
like
no, it's that your favorite is
Spaceballs. Yes, correct. Hello, Emmy Nick. How are you? Welcome in. From the schnoz.
The water
No.
sucks through its schnoz.
Schnoz is such a wild word from HN to use.
I love
I think you can actually find him on Mount Gagazet now, and he gives like some lore dumps.
All right.
Is he on the deck, is it?
I remember talking to him. Well, you know, with dark anima breathing down my neck.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's like by the entrance or something, right?
Yeah. Right, the Shoepuff.
Rides the Shoepuff?
There's so much Morrowind energy in like these Shoepuff guys.
Yeah,
And,
they're like straight up just like the Silt Striders.
Yeah.
Man, I want to play Morrowind again.
North.
What the
Bank.
heck? A map screen in the post game? That's weird.
Oh,
I feel like
There it is.
I remember there being a really good blitzball player somewhere around here.
it's me, Titus.
I think it's her.
Yeah.
I think if you hit like one of the other face buttons.
Yeah,
Oh.
Miyu is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's like one of the best goalies or something.
I guess I'll sign her.
Yeah. I would do it.
We could always sign her for one game.
Oh my god, Twat!
99. Just stuck here
You should,
forever.
you should sign her for like 5, maybe. You can always when the contract runs out, it'll give you the opportunity to renew it instantly.
Oh,
so,
for the terms that you signed, that you agreed on.
yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, the
Here's where you
real
found
end game
Riku.
of Blitzball is signing Nimruk just to put him out of the game forever.
Fucking yes! Oh my Christ, Nimruk. The sooner you can swipe Nimruk away from the Albed Sykes, the sooner you can lay back and relax. It's like the
Yeah,
opposite of the gamer lean meme.
The most unbelievable part of this entire game's story is that the Aurochs are able to beat the Sykes without Titus.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck?
Like
You
I,
couldn't
I,
just put
I
him
don't-
against the Ronsos or something?
like I don't think any of them, like if we're gonna get nerdy about this, I don't think any of them have the stats to get past Nimruk.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. It would have been so easy for them to just say, well, we got seated. It's us against the Ronsos. They're so slow. But they don't, like...
Much less how does Keepa block a shot from them? Just
Yeah.
fine
Good old-
catching at that point.
Good old Keepa.
Keepa, weirdly, if you level him way, way, way up, he gets, like, some of the highest shooting in the game.
Really?
Yeah. He's one of the few guys that hits 99 shoot.
Amazing.
Actually, on the subject of Blitzballers, I'm pretty sure Brother is like meant to be a crutch if you don't like Blitzball, just so you can get
Oh,
like
yeah.
everything right at the very end.
Oh, his brother like
Brother is-
really freaking good at.
Brother's
Yeah,
really good, and you can
you
re-sign
can't-
Waka.
Yeah, you can't sign him until the very end of the game, but he's like one of the best blitzers like immediately. You don't have to level him up or anything.
Despite him retiring,
What
Waka
was
is
my
available.
team? Because I know I
Yeah,
got.
you can also get Waka back on his old shit.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
I
does
kept
the-
Titus. I
does the
got
Moonflow-
Nimrug, obviously, and Brother.
Does the Moonflow share enemies with the Calmlands?
No.
I don't think so.
No, there's like
I
an
mean-
air. There's Makalania between here
Yeah,
and
like
there.
Oh.
this isn't even really anywhere near the Calmlands.
Because I was,
And you,
I don't know why
you
I
also
said the
have
Calmlands.
Underplanes.
Well, yeah, because I actually no, because I was wondering because I hit one of the capture limits on some enemy already.
It might share it with the high road.
Oh, the high road. Yeah, I don't know.
Or there might be some overlap.
Oh, you know,
with
it is
Maka.
Jose High Road because Ochu. I'm stupid.
Jose.
We get to pray the Templin. Jose.
If you're not putting the accent on that E, you're doing it wrong.
I'm not. Sometimes I don't have the want to go through the effort of hitting Alt 130 on my keyboard. Thank you.
How do you get turbo ethers?
Bribe
from X-Array? For how much?
2 million gil.
185,000 gil for 30 turbo ethers.
Oh,
That's
good.
actually not bad
I was
for-
about correct. If you round up, to the
You said
nearest.
a million.
Yeah, no, I said 2 million. So if you round up to the nearest, if you round up to the furthest 2 million,
Why would you round up from like less than 5%?
because that's the joke. That is a big
You
silly.
dummy.
What are you talking
I don't
about,
know.
dummy?
Maybe it'll help you
don't
cheat on your
remember.
taxes or something.
What's that?
Maybe rounding up like that will help you cheat on your taxes or something.
Yeah. There's a reason you have Pokemon set to autocorrect to have the accent. I think my phone just comes with Pokemon in the dictionary with the accent there, which is very
Like
nice.
that's not just cooking the books, that's burning them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Damn.
actually, I know my phone will autocorrect individual Pokemon names to have them alphabetized.
Really nice. You fell through the floor in Sonic 2. I
Oh,
can't
no.
help you. I can't help you there.
Every
you can
time
also
I play,
get-
every time I play Sonic 2, I try to be sick in Chemical Plant and just end up jumping inside one of the pipes and getting stuck.
Oof.
It happens
You don't
every
play that.
time I play that game when I have to reset.
Bite bug.
Hey, do all of you know about Robotnik's diabolical speed traps?
Nope.
Oh, putting a
That-
spring on the right wall?
That's a thing in the manual for Sonic 3 to explain why sometimes you like get stuck in walls because the collision detection is weird.
Oh, they actually went. They went through the.
Yeah, they explain it's
the
like,
couple?
oh, these are Dr. Robotnik's diabolical speed traps. They're so dangerous that you have to hit the reset switch on your console instead of just dying.
Oh my god, that's
Oh my
crazy that they went through
God.
the trouble of doing that. I love it.
Wow. How did you get a sphere level at this point?
Lots
He's
of
fighting a lot of enemies.
yeah, lots of work. Little numbers add up too.
Those poor chests just don't stand a chance.
I know. Does
Bite bug. They don't bite you. They
Sting you.
sting you.
More like butt bugs.
Yeah. Okay, so this is completely random. I don't know why I'm bringing up, but also on Twitter, I've been seeing like somebody posted like who would Goombella and Starlo get into a fight? Who's leaving the room in tears? And the answer is clearly Starlo.
I don't know
I
who
mean,
Starlo is.
they're both like the alpha bitch of their respective series.
Yeah, but
franchise,
Starlo
whatever.
Starlo can dish it out, but she can't take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say probably Starlo is leaving
Yeah,
the room in tears.
I feel like Goombella would definitely win.
Who's Starlo?
Starlo
Starlo's
is
the-
from Mario and Luigi.
Actually,
She's-
you know, I wonder something. That new Mario and Luigi trailer, I didn't see Starlo one bit. Is she like gone now?
We don't
I
know.
wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna miss her though.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I liked how Starlo was like consistent. Like she was like an actual main character.
I definitely thought it was extremely weird that she was just still there in Dream Team, but I am
Yeah,
gonna miss her when she's gone.
Because especially they have the new guide character, so Starlo's like also as in the dark as the Bros.
Yeah. Was she in? I don't think she wasn't in.
I think she was in Paper Jam, but as boring as everything else in that game.
I like Paper Jam.
Paper Jam is fine, but like I'd rather play literally any other game in the series.
I think I actually like. I think I actually have a personal like predilection towards stuff like what Paper Jam does, like taking the familiar stuff and putting it in like.
Okay, I mean, like, to be fair, Paper Jam did have some good deep cuts, like the Bob-omb King and, like, having Toadette actually do shit.
Yeah, I'm so glad that Bomb King was in that game.
I should play it at some point.
Yeah, like, honestly, one of my favorite fights, even just aesthetically, was the fight against two Pokies, where one is paper and one is 3D. I actually, like, I loved that fight. It was
Also,
so much
like,
fun.
Also, like, I really like the overworld design in Paper Jam. Just, like, the way
Yeah.
everything links together.
Like, I get, like, I get the sort of, like, knee-jerk reaction of, like, oh my god, they're homogenizing Mario and Luigi, but I think they did a really good job with it, honestly.
Like, I genuinely want to give Paper Jam another shot because, like, I feel like the reason I bounced off it so hard was because I was still fuming over Sticker Star.
Yeah, it's mechanically it is another fantastic Mario and Luigi game.
Yeah, I mean, like, it may not have the soul necessarily, but at least it's a fun game. That's more than you can say for Sticker Star.
Yeah.
God. Sorry, I was looking at that post about Starlo and Goombella again, and somebody wrote, like, that's Starlo. She's called that because she's a lowlife who gets no bitches. Max HP is 10, attack is 2, defense is 0.
Dude, you know Starlo is gonna have, like, Super Boss stats. Ain't no way.
She might, yeah.
Isn't Starlo technically like an elder god or something?
She's like, I think, I'm not...
Like if we're really stretching the lore, she's like the same thing that Geno is.
Basically, she's a very Geno-y character. This is such a pipe dream, but I would love to see Geno, Starlo, and Twink all team up in something. That would be such a great trio.
At the very least, that would be like a baller fan game or something.
Yeah, exactly. Just have Geno as the main character, as like the playable character, and Starlo and Twink, like as like, I don't know, not like above familiars, but.
If they didn't make Twink an 8th Star Spirit, I don't know what's going on in Starhaven. I'm just saying.
Man, why am I now like immediately thinking like character action game with Geno?
Man, sometimes I wonder if the reason they didn't remake Paper Mario 64 first is because they didn't know what to call Twink.
That's very possible.
They'd probably just call him
I
Twinkle.
feel like they'd probably have to change his name.
Twinkle would be good. Yeah.
Twinkle would be good. But my name is Twink is so iconic.
Yeah, but seriously, Twink is like the best character in that game.
Oh, I love Twink.
He totally should have overthrown one of the Star Spirits.
They'll just build an 8th pillar in the room.
Like of that has to be 7. Kick one of the other ones out. That kid has earned his spot there.
I'm sorry, but Scholar did get captured. So
yeah. But like he broke out, which is impressive, but he just got captured again. What a loser.
How does Scholar get stuck in Forever Forest? Just fly above it.
Just fly up, loser.
I don't know. Maybe the card is like really heavy and he's like dragging it along the ground or something.
It's like a ball and chain. Frickin' Scholar.
And that you know what actually be like funny to think about would be what if he had to like what if he actually can't move from the card, but he like talked to like a suggestible like stupid Clubba in the castle and convinced him to take him back to Toad Town, and then the Clubba got lost.
Yeah, I mean like he's the smart one technically, so like talking people down would be his thing.
Yeah, but you know, he's smart, but he's not clever, because that's clever. So I don't know. What if L-Star just retires?
You know, honestly, I could see that. L-Star just like is like, I'm old.
What's the average lifespan of a star spirit, Eltsar? I don't know, but I'm getting close.
Billions of years.
Yeah, like 2-3 million years, billions probably. I mean, like I guess like actual stars technically have lifespans.
That was what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm not up to it.
Poop, poop. But you might be able to steal something before you get killed.
I'll come back. I'll just pay. It's not. I have money. It's alive.
See, I want to fight that thing.
What's that?
I want to fight that thing.
Yeah, what is this guy?
I think it's a theme park attraction.
But it's alive.
Are you
don't
sure
like
it's not just an animatronic?
I
It
don't
says
like the
it's
way it moves around. It's like unnerving.
No, it gives Cranky's DK coin like collection screen at the end of DKC2. That whole area.
Yeah. I'm gonna Google something because I think you can get to this. I was just thinking about, man, where are all the celestial weapons? And then I thought about Orin's, and I'm like, wait a second, isn't that where the Dark Aeons, the Dark
No, you
Mega
can
Sisters
get
are?
to it.
Yeah, you can get to it. I think. Yeah.
You have to go from the other direction.
Don't you
Yeah.
have to like start? You have to do like the Chocobo shit to unlock the celestial weapons at all.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
you need because you need to get the Miron.
Well, no, you don't have to do
No,
that.
no.
I'm pretty
That's-
sure
that's
you
a-
do.
No, that's something different. That's the side quest with like the wife and kid and the dad in the woods.
Yeah, but I think that opens up after you do the Chocobo shit.
I don't remember that. Whatever.
Why can't I walk in this or whatever?
You
The
might sprain your
collision
ankle,
in
it's
the
dangerous.
Coblands is so dumb.
The sphere, they're sacred in Spira.
Well, I have to catch one of those whatever they're called. Curl. I guess it's curl, but like the French word for heart.
Can we just
Yeah.
call them Carl from now on?
Curl. Yeah, we can call it Carl.
Yeah, that song in the Monster Arena feels like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, the Carls are my favorite enemies because they're cats. That's it.
fair. That's a very fair reason.
Cat!
You'd think the birds would be my favorite enemy in this game, but no, those birds can eat shit in this game.
I think I know you can't capture Machina, so I think I
Yeah,
hit the
Speaking
limit.
of terrible, awful birds, I can't wait for the stupid birds in the Chocobo side quest.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
There are if you go to the like upper left quadrant of this area, there are enemies that only appear there.
Yeah, I want to just get to the healing sphere first.
Oh yeah. There's Malboros and there's those Chimera brains or whatever.
Chimera brain.
Chimera
might just-
Brian.
That might just be chimeras. I don't remember exactly.
Well, this is the area where I first died in the game,
Yeah, I
so
think-
naturally I'm going to be a little
I
careful
think
here.
the Chimera brains are like the ones you fight in home or something.
Oh, that sounds.
So, I have a
No, I
question.
think the Chimera, because Chimera brains are stronger, and this is after that. Go ahead, Twy.
I was going to ask, are the enemies in Sin capturable? Because I didn't even attempt.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Why would he need research on who lives in Sin? Whatever.
Because it's fiends.
Mhm.
He loves fiends. Yeah, he really just has a fetish for monsters, I think.
Yeah, probably. Hi, David. There's the
I mean,
there's
have you
the
seen,
bitch
I mean,
now.
have you
I won't
seen this
judge
thing? It's
Monster
very
Girls very
understandable.
now.
Look at this thing.
You know, that makes me realize that there like really aren't any like hot girl fiends.
Yeah, and there's no hot girl king salmonids either.
Sad,
Yeah.
pensive emoji.
This is such a weird running joke.
I just noticed this thing has 2 eyes below its mouth.
That's some Ubi shit right there.
Yeah. Davos, though? Maybe. Oh, these guys.
Yeah,
Oh, there's the Chimera brains.
these guys appear. There's a super boss in the monster arena that looks like those guys, but it's actually like really easy.
Yeah, that is the first one I beat because
Yeah.
well, it's easy.
It has because what it does is it exclusively uses elemental magic to attack, and it always does it in a specific order, so you can just use the null spells as long as Yuna's fast enough.
Why
Yes,
is that
it
flame
ordered?
flan
I
so
thought it was
big?
random.
It uses one element, and then it uses either one and then it uses one of two, and then it uses the fourth one.
Oh, okay.
So the first and the third turns are always the same, and the second turn picks from two. Or something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, if you teach the null spells to another character, that just makes the fight completely free.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Raging Cactar. Yeah, my favorite enemy in this game is the Cactar spelled with a Q.
Oh yeah, Quacktar?
Clactoir.
I don't think I ran into Quacktar, actually.
They're on the Thunder Plains. You have to
Yeah,
do
you
like
have to
do a side quest to activate them, I think.
Alright, Marlboro cigarettes.
Mario Burrow.
At least there's 2 of these guys, so I only have to fight them 5 times.
Yeah. Man, their hooves are so red.
I know. Probably just, red hot. Red hot. I'm gonna have to practice my Mei-Chen voice, because that's what I've been doing for the narration in Thousand Year Door.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Today I'm going to tell you the story of the Thousand Year Door.
The 1,000-year door.
Our story begins...
Oh, that reminds me. They gave, a lot of, like, random side characters have, like, theme music. And Grifty's theme is, like, really, really, really good.
I love Grifty. I can't wait to read his story. I might canonically call him the narrator.
Also, his stories are still in, like, weirdly blue text for some reason.
I love that. I have no idea why they did that, but I absolutely love it. Okay, that's the last
Maybe to
Chimera
make it
Brian.
stand out to be like, hey, this is kind of important.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're paying for him to tell you the story, so like, and it's established to be the lore of the game, so like, of course it's important. I feel
Is
like
that the same? Is that the same blue that the like poem is in the tower?
you're asking me to go a little too deep now.
Oh man, the deep lore implications of that.
Grifty wrote the Riddle Tower prompts.
You can see they're written in his accent.
Grifty is just the, like, Elder God super boss.
Oh right, this guy puts up his dukes. Well,
Man, you can't hit this guy. There you go.
Waka Ken.
Waka! It's exactly like when Waka laughs.
thank you for the triple threat, Dave.
Oh man, I just thought of something. Waka laugh, hasted at 4 times speed.
I always say, speaking of laughing, whenever I play this game, I'm like, I should do Titus Fantasy X. But I never do it.
What's Titus Fantasy X?
Fantasy 10.
That's when they replaced all the music with like the Titus laugh sound font.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it is a mod of the game where they replace all of Titus's voice lines with the laughter. All of the
I feel
music
like that would
with
get
MIDI
old really
files.
quickly though.
And
Though
all of
also,
other characters
I'm a
laughing.
laugh scene truther. Like people misrepresent that way too
I
often.
think so, too.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
I love that laugh scene, truther.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I mean, like, I probably don't want somebody to watch me watching that scene. I feel like I'd be embarrassed by that. But I like the scene on my lonesome.
It's a good scene.
It's got the merits.
I like the meaning behind it, even
Yeah.
though the execution's a little shaky.
Honestly, I think that execution is probably the best execution in this entire game as far as voice acting goes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and it sticks the landing, too, because, like, they look back at Waka, and he's like, What are you looking at?
Yeah, like I always imagine that scene from everyone else's perspective. Like Yuna and Titus are just chatting like at the edge there, and then they just start laughing like maniacs for no reason.
Because it has that like long, lingering shot of Waka and Lulu just like looking with nonplussed expressions, like what the fuck is going on over there? We were just worried you guys might have gone crazy.
Man, we got too close to Sin, and
Yeah, I got too close to Sin's nuts.
I like how they just completely dropped the Sin's toxin thing after a certain point.
I really wonder, like, of even in like the super late game parts, people still think Titus is just like bullshitting about the Xanarkin thing.
Probably.
I guess I feel like the party probably not, but
Yeah, I mean, like Yuna's eager to believe him because she thinks he's cute, but like everyone else, like they're probably still like, oh, it's just the weird guy we picked up.
well, Yuna also believes him because she met Jacked.
Oh yeah, I guess there's that too of like, oh god, Jack, that guy's my dad. Of like, oh, there's like actual credence here.
Yeah, I first met Jacked 9 years and 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Jack first came to Spira 10 years and 3 months ago.
Man, like.
You know, poor Yuna.
I do like Yuna's voice, but like I feel like the voice directors really screwed her over.
Sometimes it feels like they just spliced 2 recordings together to make some of Yuna's clips.
I love the lines.
This is just right above the tent.
Yeah.
I love the lines where it feels like they got sped up to fit with the scene better.
With Yuna by my side.
With Yuna by my side.
I love it when Yuna says, okay, but like really sped up. Okay.
I mean, getting angry just because you found out Riku's an owl bed. You guys got along fine till now, didn't you?
It's charming though. It really is.
Yeah,
it's absolutely delightful. I only find it a little.
It's maybe not the same effect, but it's kind of like the Silent Hill 2 thing, where the performances are off kilter, but that's like absolutely part of the game's identity, and you wouldn't have it any other way.
I only don't. The only time I find it a little bit more cringy than endearing is some of Yuna's deliveries, because it's just like,
man, like
I love my life, and I love you, Tide. Sorry, that's a Tim quote.
Yeah, I've done it. I've finally become a summoner.
Have become a summoner.
And it's like, oof, like, that was her first line in the game, not like a first impression.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Dad. Oh man, I gotta tell Waka. I told you not to tell Waka. The game! Oh! It's like the most emotion Lulu ever shows in the entire game. Even when she's like ranting at Unaleska, her voice still is like a little bit calm, but there she's like, oh!
I love Lulu for I love Lulu in general, but her voice deliveries are so fun to me. I don't know. It's really striking when Lulu does have moments of emotion. So I think that you know.
I mean, like, Lulu's been through some shit. I don't blame her for being a little reserved.
Oh, it's so funny that just like the roller coaster of that scene, because she just got finished telling Titus not to tell Waka about like, Yuna's heritage, and that makes Titus remember that he has to tell Waka something, but he just says that.
Yeah, like he doesn't even like. He should have known what it would sound like if he said that there, but he did it anyway.
He doesn't think.
Yeah, his brain's just working too fast. He forgets to qualify his statements.
Oh, good. This crack is walk-overable, but only this part.
Walk-overable, but not the other ones. You can't even come.
But only
2
half
feet
of this crack
ones.
too.
Yeah, but look at how steep those angles are. You could break your ankles on that thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Imagine if that happened in like a video game. Your character sprained your ankles, so the party has to take a break for like 2 weeks for it to heal.
I think you're describing Death Stranding.
I have that, but I haven't played it.
I have 2 copies of Death Stranding and I haven't played it.
Why?
Why do you have 2?
I think because I bought it at one point, but then they also gave it away for free on something, so I just have that too.
What are we hunting?
I was worried you bought it twice. I was like, huh?
Oh,
I mean,
you might still need Carl's.
I'm sure there's plenty of other games
Yeah.
that I own like 3 copies of, and I still haven't gone around to playing it.
I don't think Carl's spawn on the upper
Oh,
left.
you know what?
I think they do.
Xenoblade 1.
they?
That's a game that I own like 3 times over, and I've never finished it before.
I like that flee counts as an action for the battle. So if you're the character who ran away, like it counts as them doing something, so they get some of the experience if they killed
Yeah,
something.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm not sure if I'm a full-on Kojima head, but I do like Metal Gear Solid 2, so I think that makes me qualify anyway.
God, Waka, I wish you had flee, so I didn't just have to attack.
Man, I keep thinking of things to say, and then I like hesitate for too long, and the conversation moves totally away from it.
Oh, just rewind it. It's fine.
Yeah, I had something. I had something I wanted to say. I wanted to say about the Paper Jam discussion and about Silent Hill 2, but it's like backtracking to both of those is so awkward.
Oh, don't.
Okay,
That's
let
what
me
this is about.
let me awkwardly shift the discussion to Paper Jam. Man, I thought the game sucked when it came out, but it might be okay actually. I want to give it another shot. What are your thoughts?
I haven't played it, but you know, it's
I
cool.
haven't played it.
I played it like in the last couple years, and I genuinely definitely it was like kind of. It was homogenized, but sometimes I like a nice tall glass of homogenized milk.
Yeah, actually, you know, that another thought about that. Now that we know there's a new game coming, I feel like also gonna hit different because it no longer has the flashing neon sign that's like this was the last game in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can think of plenty of games. It's like a DMC4 thing. It hits better as like a whatever middle chapter than the last game.
Oh, yeah. What I was gonna say was, I had an idea before, like, when I was playing through Paper Jam, I had an idea for, like, a sequel to literally a sequel to Paper Jam called, like, Banned Books or something, where basically it was gonna be like a meta commentary where it turned out that the first 3 Paper Marios had all happened, and the reason that, like, the world had been, like, homogenized into the standard Nintendo, like, IP protection, whatever, was because the Merle clan decided that, like, the memory of those calamities was too dangerous, and they, like, sealed the memory in books. And, like, so you'd have, like... So, basically, the idea was that the reason why the Paper Mario games, we've seen them as Paper Mario games, was because they were events that actually happened in the Mario world, but they were the history of them was locked away in books, and they became paper stories.
Whoa.
So you'd have like a game where the history of those calamities comes back, and you have like paper, like you have all the Paper Mario characters come back, but they also have like 3D versions. Like you'd have Paper Goombella and 3D Goombella talking to each other.
Sorry, that just puts such a different implication to the black box curses. If they happened in 3D, but they just originally, but they became paper stories.
Oh man, huh? And what I really love about that is, like, if you imagine, like, a Paper Goombella would be a Goombella whose identity is defined entirely by her role that she played in the Thousand Year Door, and then a 3D Goombella would be Goombella's entire life minus her role that she played in the Thousand Year Door, and you'd have this really weird dichotomy between these two versions of a character's, like, history.
Mm-hmm.
And also you'd get to fight a Merle as the final boss, probably, and it would be cool.
Which Merle?
Probably, like, some new one.
Merlinator. No.
I remember when I was a kid. Pacing around in my grandma's backyard, talking to myself about a Paper Mario game where the villain was a Merle named Merluminous.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, come on.
Oh no!
It's alright. I saved
no!
not that long ago, so it's
okay.
It's fine. It's alright. I don't know why the game suddenly decided it wants to be like this, but you know, whatever.
I mean,
Merluminous had this weird
at least
thing.
it waited until you actually finished to start doing this.
You're true.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, anyway, you're saying?
Merluminous had this thing where, like, Mario had, like, a part of his soul or something. So, like, Mario had to die to beat him or something. It was weird. I don't remember anything else other than that.
I was thinking like if the final boss was a Merle clan, you fight the Merles and then like I don't know, for some reason Chet Rippo has been organized like orchestrating the whole thing behind the scenes and he's the
Oh my
real final
god.
boss.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like, oh, it's like some evil exile from the clan or something, but
Yeah.
like, I guess that's just Chet Rippo if you think
Well,
about it.
well, I was thinking that it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be that there was like a black sheep or that the Merles were like evil all along. It was just like something that they believed was for the greater good, but has like backfired on them.
Hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to shoehorn Chet Rippo into this somehow.
Yeah. Stream, by the way.
I know.
You
I
ever
haven't even
you ever
started
think
playing.
about
Mhm.
Oh,
you
I
ever think
gotcha.
about how Chet Rippo was like one of the like shaman people in Thousand Year Door, but in the first game he was just like some weird bird thing.
Some
Yeah,
weird platypus guy in a hood.
390 coins, man.
And he was also just like standing in Toad Town.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just sitting there, like it's no big deal. Like Rip Cheeto, at least that guy knew how to be underground.
God, Rip Cheeto.
Literally.
So, Rip Cheeto, I guess, yeah, he's real. He doesn't really do much. I guess maybe he's like distantly related to Charlieton. That's what I want. Like
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god, David. Vati making Paper Mario videos. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, paper cuts make me want to cry, so I'm already prepared.
Mm. You know, I'm jinxing it by saying this. And it's gonna happen to me again soon, but I haven't gotten a paper cut in years.
Me either.
Hopefully we keep that streak alive.
I remember getting a paper cut at my first job, but it was cardboard, and that's hell.
Oof.
Oh, cardboard cuts are awful. Since when is paper sharp though? Like, come on, man. Ridiculous. Tell you what, I think actually this is about as good of a time as any to jump out because I need to eat dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do after this, so I was like, I'm probably not gonna go for that long, so I'll just eat after.
I want to say though, the thing I wanted to say about Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I was gonna invite you to say that first. Don't worry. Mhm.
I totally forgot you were gonna say something about it.
Yeah. I will always be an original shill, but I actually really liked what I saw in the most recent gameplay reveal in the State of Play.
Really? Nice.
They showed the scene where he finds Laura in the hospital,
Mhm.
and it was so much better.
Okay.
Like the interaction between them felt so natural, and the body language they gave James was really, really good.
Hell yeah.
Laura was probably my least favorite part in the original, but
I
the remake
still
looks to be doing really well with that.
I
Honestly,
still need to like sit my ass down and play all the Silent Hill games.
I've only
I need
played
to play.
two. Well, I've
I
only
need to play
watched
through
two.
1 and 3. I want to play through 1 and 3, and maybe 4
Eyes
eventually.
emoji.
Because like the problem with me is they've been so like mythologized that I'm like, oh, I have to do it right. I need to get an actual PS2 copy, get a
No.
fucking CRT like a Sony Trinitron or some shit, and play it
Nah,
the
dude.
real way God intended. But
Just
like,
nah, dude. Just get Silent Hill 2 on My Abandonware and get the enhanced edition. It's really easy to
yeah,
install.
I know I do. It's sitting on my desktop. It's been there for like 2 years, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, and Silent Hill 1 is easy to emulate these days, I think. I don't know about Silent Hill 3, but PS2 is not that bad to emulate.
Hey, here's something crazy for you. Did you know that Silent Hill 4 is just on GOG? Like it's there. You can buy it
Oh
for
man,
like
I
10
forgot
bucks.
about that. Yeah,
I don't know if it's a good port, but it's there. And it's
it's
weird
just
because
there.
like I don't think there was a PC version, but it's on there somehow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you know that I think there was a crossover between Silent Hill 4 and like House Flipper?
You could not have picked two more completely disparate things to put together.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
there's
I
there's
think
like a there
House Flipper needs to stay in its lane. Like that's a power wash simulator thing, having
yeah,
the weird insane
there
crossovers.
there was like it was like a Halloween event, and it was like, this house is haunted. Do you want to play with spooks? Otherwise we can take away the hauntedness. And it was literally just the Silent Hill 4 apartment.
Maybe it's like it's not an official crossover, but like one of the devs was being cheeky and put in a reference.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. No, that. Yeah. I I'm hopeful. I don't know what to think about what I've seen so far, but I'm
Yeah.
hopeful. I just really, really love Silent Hill 2.
Also, in the state of play, it seems like they're using a lot of Akira Yamaoka's original work untouched. So that was really nice to hear. Like
Nice.
just this exact same ambience. Great.
Okay, I will say I have listened to the music for Silent Hill 2. Good shit. I love it.
Good shit.
Yeah, good shit.
This cave is full. The cave.
This cave
place
is
is
full
of
of
monsters.
bats.
How
can
can
you
you
sit
sit
there
there
and
and
eat-
eat pizza? I'm just gonna go with pizza. I can't think of another
Yeah.
food.
How can you
I don't know.
sit there and eat shit?
For some reason, the first thing that came to mind, I was trying to think of recipes from Tears of the Kingdom, and the first thing I came up with was mushroom risotto. I'm not even sure if that's in
My
that game.
I think the
I think it
one
is.
time I think the one time I tried to make a recipe in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom was I was trying to make a pizza, but I kept fucking it up for various different reasons.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And I just gave up after like 30
Can
minutes.
you make a pizza?
Yes.
That
What?
might be I know it's like
Yeah,
what's her face? The like dairy farm in Nintendo. There's like a recipe card on the wall or something.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
might have to learn the recipe before you can do it.
I
Yeah,
think it's just like wheat, tomato, and
there's like a
cheese.
quest about it. You
Hmm.
need to like find a letter in a bottle or something.
Weird. Anyway, I'll just cook a bunch of hearty radishes individually and have enough healing for the next 40 hours of gameplay.
That's what I always did.
It's all fun and games, and yeah.
Sometimes I dip into having the other buffs, but it's just like cooking hearty items one at a time is always a full heal. So like, why not just do that?
Listen,
Yeah.
it's all fun and games until you get Gloam and all of your golden hearts go away
What
instantly.
did you just say?
Gloam. I don't know.
Gloam.
Oh, you were doing like a jokey.
Yeah.
I thought you were just mispronouncing gloom somehow.
I don't think I ever had an issue with Gloom outside of like Ganondorf's like super Gloom where he just removes a heart from you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Remember when that was the one interesting thing about the fight and nothing else?
Oh god.
Don't get me started. Do not
Don't
get me
oh
started.
my I'm glad I'm not the only person who was like man, I wanted so badly to love that game, but ugh.
I mean, I
Remember when you
still
fought
really liked
Ganondorf
it,
and
but like,
instead of
Yeah,
being
like
Ganondorf, he pulls out this
straight
dinky
up
ass little sword?
my inflammatory fight starting opinion on that game is that it's the most disappointing game I've played that I'd still give like a 9 out of 10 to.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
But did you know about the
Like
imprisoning war?
you know when people talk about hating Skyward Sword, that's Tears of the Kingdom to me. Like
Mm.
it's a decent game in its own right, but it feels like it was designed specifically to piss me off.
Tears. I love Tears, like, for every reason except its story.
Yeah, actually like straight up and like
I remember so many
specifically
times
the
in my
main
LP.
story, like all the side quests pretty much banged. I like
Mhm.
the Dragon's Tears if you went out of your way to do them in order and not completely ruin the pacing.
Yeah.
Just like, man, it's like I feel like they learned the wrong lessons from Breath of the Wild because it's like the game wants so badly to be something else, but they just squished it into the square hole of Breath of the Wild anyway.
Mhm.
And it's just
And
like,
also,
man,
like,
so many cool concepts and ideas that are just fucking wasted. Like you're not gonna revisit that, but it like, ugh.
who's Ganondorf? He's just like Zelda Bowser, right? Yeah, whatever. He's
Oh my
just Zelda
god, that
Bowser.
that too, like they somehow took like the literal mindless like evil embodiment of evil spirit Ganon is a more interesting concept than Ganondorf just being like as I've said, he's Genghis Khan, Seeker of Darkness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember your comment on the finale of my LP, Genghis Khan,
Man,
Destroyer of
I remember
Worlds.
I wasn't watching that LP because I was still mad about the game, but I know as soon as you posted the finale, I'm like, okay, I'm watching the credits. I hope he hated it as much as I did.
There were so many points in that LP where I was like talking to myself about, oh man, I wonder if maybe this is a different timeline and I'm not the same Link from the opening and that's why I only have 3 hearts, and then it's just like, no.
Man, I remember the whole game I was expecting some kind of crazy twist because I thought the boring story was a red herring.
I can't believe like Zelda goes back in time like 100,000 years and they don't do like an offshoot timeline thing.
'Cause I still suspect that's what they did, but like the
They,
game doesn't say anything about that. There's no reveal, no hints or anything.
I
It's like,
guess
what am
if
I supposed to think here?
I guess if that was the case, nobody would know.
Like that was my theory on like why all the like Sheikah stuff is just missing, but apparently
Yeah.
that's not the case, and
But
people
that,
do
apparently that's not the
mention
case
it
like
sometimes.
because like Pura actually like talks about like, oh, we found some old stuff and we repurposed it and it's
Yeah,
just
no, they
all
just they
gone
just they
now.
just they just salvaged everything.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
use
which like
guardian they use guardian arms for the towers. I know
which like
that.
I find that a little hard to believe. Like where the hell do they put it all? It's just like the arms and the towers, and like Robbie's house has like a dead guardian on top of it, and that's it.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
yeah, that did kind of bother me, and also like there's several things that bother me, but I think I would have to do my own podcast just to get into it. I love everything but the story
I
needed
also
That
some
yeah,
work.
that's what I've been saying to everyone who plays that game. I'm like, can we have like a book club meeting? There's some shit I need to get off my chest about that game.
Also, Ganondorf, please, 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 I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you, please pick up the trident again. I want to see human Ganondorf wield the trident. That would have been the perfect time to, and he just didn't.
Yeah, yeah,
Why haven't they brought the trident back? Like that should be
that's
iconic, but
iconic.
it's
Yeah,
not.
That's like that should be his fucking master sword. But then you just it's like Demon King Ganondorf, and then he pulls out this fucking toothpick. Like what the fuck is that?
Yeah, like he like ditched that shit right after Link to the Past, and it just like never came back unless they're
Yeah.
specifically evoking a Link to the Past.
did he have it in that the Echoes of Wisdom? Because they show him in the trailer.
Yes, he uses it. He uses it in Echoes of Wisdom, but that's aping Link to the Past.
Yeah, again, it's 2D Zelda, and as we all know, A Link to the Past is the only 2D Zelda game ever
And maybe they
made.
just didn't want to figure out how to make him wield a trident and look cool in 3. I don't know.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't have enough dev time. Why?
Yeah, they had enough time to create their own physics engine.
Man, now I'm thinking of more dumb Tears of the Kingdom stuff that are like straight up spoilers.
We
Like,
go, yeah, because we haven't been spoiling anything up until now.
no,
Yeah, but
I
like,
mean like 100% reward spoilers. Like shit, I'm not even sure either of you have seen, so I'm
I
not gonna
haven't
say
seen it.
it.
Yeah, but
Mm.
I've thought
You
about
know
just going back to it and like just dicking around in the world because that's
Yeah,
what I enjoyed
I
doing.
think at least you should get all the shrines because the reward for it is kind of neat.
Okay.
You know what I think there should have been, and this is kind of like a big addition, but one thing that you could add that I think would fix Ganondorf's portrayal is
Personality.
put a mini dungeon between the army and the fight with him, and in the mini dungeon you get tiers of his that show like his like childhood.
Dude, I feel like there's some shit you could dig into with that guy, but he just doesn't show any of it. Like, here's the thought. Of these like Zonai secret stones are so fucking secret that they're called secret stones. How the fuck does Ganondorf know what they are?
He was eavesdropping.
Like how does he know like, oh man, I will eat this and turn into a dragon because that's the secret technique that I know somehow.
I can't wait for, Ganondorf to have destroyed his identity with also fucking cop out of the century, like, oh, Zelda just comes back. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Listen,
I mean, like, I feel like I probably would have been more upset if they just like effectively killed her off, but like,
But that's what they did with Ganondorf. But I bet he's
yeah,
gonna be back just fine. Also, like, we're gonna design Ganondorf to look as much like Demise as possible, but we're not gonna actually say anything or do anything with that. We're just gonna make him
ugh.
look like him.
don't
Again,
get me
like
started.
like as someone who spent like my whole teenage years just theorizing about like Zelda lore, I hate how much they just like evoke stuff and don't fucking do anything with it. Like, what does this mean? Should I read into it?
Man, I need to
Oh,
finish.
oh,
I
here's a thing.
need
How
to keep
about
doing my hit list audiobook.
the like sky maze temple things, and then you go into the depths and you get like the fucking like Phantom Ganon armor. They're like, here's this dark evil power. Does that mean something, or is it
No,
just
it's
a
just I
reference?
think it's just
No,
amiibo stuff
no,
or something.
it doesn't mean anything. It's just
Because I
amiibo stuff
remember
they put
seeing
as
that,
in
and
as
I'm
a
like,
reward.
and I was like, oh baby, here's the good shit, and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's just the amiibo shit. It doesn't fucking mean anything.
And you can't
But
even
they
upgrade it
could.
either.
They could have done something cool there, but they didn't.
At least the amiibo weapons are fun. Like Big Oron sword, that's fun to use.
It
You know what?
is fun, but,
Also,
Yeah.
Ganon's fight isn't even unique because it's just Phantom Ganon.
oh yeah, like the Phantom Ganon, which is just like a mini boss, not even a real boss. I mean, I like the fight just because I like if your final boss is just a one-on-one duel with some guy who
Yeah.
has the same moves as you, I'm going to love it. That's just a rule with me. But
It was a cool fight. I liked fighting the Fume Knight at the end of Tears of the Kingdom.
like I've always said, if DMC3 ended with fighting Arkham instead of Virgil, pretend you know what I'm talking about. If it ended with you fighting that god awful, terrible, shitty ass fight against Arkham instead of the Virgil fight, which is like the best part of the entire game, that game would not be remembered nearly as fondly as it is.
Lord. Sorry, I just when we talk about Phantom again, it just made me think of like, man, imagine if the Gloomhands like didn't just give up and like, guess I'll die.
Yeah. Man,
The
you
Gloomhands were
really
so
fired me up. This is like the most like emotion I've had in like weeks.
the Gloomhands are so freaking cool
I
and
love them.
scary, and then you just like
Oh.
can't get away with them from them at all, and then they just
Yeah.
give up, and it's like, oh.
Honestly, like straight up, like the depths and shit was like my favorite part of the game.
Same.
Honestly, same.
I wish I
Yeah.
fucking knew what they were though. It'd be cool the game told me that. I covered every goddamn square inch of the place and they just gave me a stupid badge that's like, "Hey, there you go, the light roots."
That
Like,
one I
It
did
look-
get, yeah.
Yeah.
what does it mean?
Y'all
The
like the
depths-
depths?
Is it the Dark World? Is it the offshoot timeline that got destroyed because I still kind of believe that? Like, what is it? Why is the topography reversed? Who are the statues? What's the mining shit? Tell me!
I always figured it was just like some of the Zonai civilization went up and some of it like fell down.
Yeah, like, but like, are they like sketchy and evil and shit? Is that like what the deal is with their like the dark power and everything? Or is like what does it mean?
The Spirit Temple was just down there, so I don't think it's necessarily like evil. It's just I don't know, it's just a
you
fucking
know what?
cave, man.
You know what other part that was really cool? Um, the construct factory, that was a cool dungeon.
That was a cool
Oh,
dungeon.
even though I kind of like ruined the pacing with that because I brute forced my way through like the Dragon Head Island where you're not supposed to see it. I just bumble fucked my way through it anyway,
I
way
don't
earlier
even
than you're supposed
to this day I have no fucking idea how you're supposed to do that.
I
'Cause-
actually did it
'cause
the intended
it's-
way, but I don't even remember how I
Yeah,
did it.
because I remember doing that towards the end of like where you go with what's his fuck Taro or whatever the hell his name is, and you
Yeah.
like do like the ancient ritual or whatever. But because I already like broke halfway into that quest, it just stopped in the middle. He's like, "Hey, good job, Link. You found Minoru or whatever." Like,
Man, Minoru was fucking hot.
yeah, the second I saw Minoru, I'm like, "Ooh, people are gonna be into her."
I just remember I remember in my LP like advancing as far as I could into the Thunderhead like methodically and then being like I have no fucking idea and just jumping off and gliding in a random direction and I just happened to land on the last platform and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that's what I did is I chopped down a tree, threw a bunch of like light seeds onto it, and was carrying it around with me to see.
Oh, weird. Oh, that's fun. Huh.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe y'all like the depths.
I
love
loved
'em.
the depths. I mean,
The
okay.
depths,
It looks
I already said this,
everything
but
down there
the
looks
depths
the
were straight
fucking
up my
same.
favorite part.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, to be
dark
honest-
and scary.
I
Well, that's what makes it cool.
No, I'm
I-
not. Yeah, that's a perk for me. Sorry.
to be honest, I do think it is incredibly fucking lame that it all looks the same.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
And
that.
I also don't
I mean, like,
like
I guess the Death Mountain area is kind of different because it has like lava and shit, but it's still like
yeah, that was
whatever.
pretty cool. I don't like also that like that you're encouraged so much to light it up as you go along because trying to navigate in the dark is what makes it interesting.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, there is nothing. I don't think any singular experience in Tears of the Kingdom will beat going into the depths for the first time and be like, "What the fuck am I doing? It's dark. It's
Oh,
scary. SpongeBob, I don't like it here. It's dark
when
and
I played-
scary.
I
wanna go home."
as
Yeah.
soon as I had the paraglider, I bullshitted my way all the way to the to the Demon King's army. That was a singular experience.
Nice.
Man, I kind of regret that I didn't try that. I think I dipped slightly into like the depths under the castle, but I didn't make it all the way.
Did you know in the massive cavernous room where you fight the Demon King's great army, every single part of the wall you can fly to the exterior walls and like stand on the sloped surfaces.
Interesting.
It's so horrifically huge. It's like scary.
Yeah, man. you know what was a fun little Death's navigation trick for because I did the lightning stuff first, like the desert stuff, and so
Mm.
like the reju thing. If you don't like actually shoot an arrow, it's just echolocation when you can't
Huh.
see. Like
I never thought of that.
it just
Though
shapes to the terrain. So
to be fair, I thought the well a neat concept. I thought the party members got out of the way, like got into your ways too much.
Oh
So
yeah.
I basically just had Tulin as my only friend the whole game.
yeah,
I turned them all off for the entire game until I
Yeah.
got to the Demon King's Great Army. I didn't even use Tulin.
Like I occasionally I'd bring the others out for specific things, but I just had Tulin because he's small and he gets headshots a lot.
yeah, but he does
So
blow away all
I
your
can fucking
spoils.
see around him. He's not like 8 feet tall like everyone else is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
real.
depths were definitely like monotonous, but I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
It was like,
Also fun moment about something that's like objectively annoying. The fight against the like mother Gibdo thing, and the Riju keeps running away from you when you're trying to use her power.
oh man,
Oh my god, don't get me
that
started.
thing was hot
Apparently,
too.
you can use bomb arrows on that thing, on the
Huh.
no,
Yes.
on the hives, and then you can also just use like fire arrows or like
That
whatever.
was my favorite fight by like a.
It was great. It was a great
huge,
fight.
Huge factor.
It was my
I
first boss
love
fight, and I did
That-
Gibdo.
It was my
That
first
whole
boss
ass
fight, yeah.
dungeon was my favorite.
And I did. Oh, and hi, we're just about to wrap up actually, but we're just chatting.
Oh hey, Ando.
Yeah, this is the we bitch about spoilery Tears of the Kingdom thing. So like maybe
Oh,
run
this
Yeah,
is
away.
the
beware.
Final Fantasy X podcast.
Yeah, it changed
yeah,
after the
just
game
kidding,
crashed.
it's
Final
Zelda
Fantasy X
podcast.
podcast stopped once Final Fantasy X closed.
How did we even get
I
on
feel
this?
like it stopped
I don't
halfway through
know.
the high road.
Like
That's fair.
somebody mentioned Tears of the Kingdom and like my leash fucking broke and I was just like, oh, let me at him! I'm gonna kill him all!
No, but like, okay, so like that boss fight was my first boss fight, and I was, first of all, I did it with like no upgrades in armor, no pants, and 3 or 4 hearts, because I was so dedicated to get to fill out my stamina before I even thought about hearts. So I did most of the game like that. And yeah,
man.
never put on pants and never upgraded a single piece of armor.
I
Yeah,
honestly really loved
I-
a lot of those bosses.
I was boring and I went to the Rito stuff first because much like the Zoras in the first game, it's the one that they railroad you to.
Yeah, I did not listen.
Yeah,
I
I stubbornly went to the Zoras because I started with the Zoras in Breath of the Wild.
I don't know.
I remember because I think second they want you to do Gorons, but I did Zoras because again they railroad you. I'm like, nuh-uh, no way, I'm not listening to you now.
Oh my god,
And then
the
like,
Goron arc was so stupid.
oh my, that was definitely like the weakest one. That was
What,
just
you
there
don't think
out
the
of
crack
obligation.
you don't think the crack cocaine plotline was fun?
It was like, and there was like the weird like evil mind control mask that Yunobo had for like no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zelda
What-
came and gave me
okay.
this weird mask.
Okay, but you can't tell me that is not like more interesting than the plotline of Tulin fucks off on his own, and you just go find him, and then you
Actually,
go to the dungeon.
I really like the Rito stuff because it has like the ship with a frustratingly low amount of lore about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like Tulin's arc was pretty nothing, but I loved the like aesthetic
I
of
remember
that area in snow.
I remember I
know.
forgot that Tulin was even a character in the first game. Like I did the cutscene, we're like,
Yeah.
Link, it's you. It's been so long, and I'm just like, yeah, who
Who?
are you again?
Did any of you steer clear of Death Mountain for way too fucking long before realizing it wasn't active?
No.
No. Just
I-
me.
Okay. So
I
should-
remember it took me a long time to realize that Death Mountain was like super different now because all the lava dried up.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the first game, Death Mountain is what I did last because it took me forever to realize that being flame proof and being heat proof are two different things.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
So something I should clarify here, for the people realizing that I'm like way less critical of this game than like the other 3 people in the call.
Yeah, like the three
I
of us.
did not- I did not play
we all
Breath
have-
of the Wild at all.
Mhm.
Oh, you didn't play it?
I never got off the Great Plateau.
Mm.
Oh.
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah, and you know what? For as much as I have to bitch about it, I think I like Tears better than Breath.
You know, again, like you
But
said, you
even
said it
then,
really
like,
well. You bitch and bitch about it, but it's also you said it was like still a 9 out of 10. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
I still loved. I still played it through to the end and recorded the entire thing. I'm very frustrated about some choices,
yeah,
yeah,
and
like
I find a lot
I
more to talk about there than the 80 hours of running around that I
yeah,
really
that
enjoyed.
honestly, that's my complaint about a lot of the like open world trend of games. Like this is the same way I feel about like Elden Ring and stuff. Is just like the normal gameplay is so like kind of mindless that like it's enjoyable, but there isn't a whole ton of substance there. It's not fun to look back on.
mhm. See, like,
The DLC has been a lot better about that. It's so
I
freaking
I
dense.
want to try the DLC, but I do not have the $40 to drop on it right now. I've never even
Yeah,
beaten the original game. I've only done like 3 of the big boss men.
yeah.
mhm.
You should probably beat the original because I mean, you basically have to be at the end game to even access the DLC.
Because the thing I heard about is like you have to beat like Radon and have like the meteor break the ground in that one
You have to
area or
beat
something.
Moog, dude.
Oh, he's like end game, end
Yeah, you
game.
have to beat Moog, Lord of Blood, to even
Because
access the DLC.
I know I have seen bits and pieces of like the end game of Elden Ring. I have no clue what order it goes in. All
Yeah.
I know is I can go to the capital area because I killed enough dudes that like the what's your face the lady's like, yeah, the fingers aren't gonna finger you to death if you go to the place early, so you
Excuse
can
me?
go there now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you know the fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah, the fingers.
yeah.
The fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers.
All right, man,
Anyway,
just
let's
to
not get
rewind,
into Elden Ring.
just to rewind it to Totka. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I'm really glad that I didn't know about the hover bike thing when I was playing through the game.
Oh, tell me about it.
I think I
Watching
knew
Tim's
about that, but
LP,
I just never bothered.
watching Tim's LP, I'm just like, oh man,
The,
yeah.
the
I
hover bike.
I haven't been able to watch Tim's LP because of how critical I am. When he like at the part of the LP I'm in, he's like very aggressively positive about everything, and I'm just like I can't make myself listen to it for more than like 2 minutes at a time.
Give it some time. It'll.
See, it's funny because that's the reason I didn't watch your LP of it is because I'm like, oh man, he's gonna not have the same opinion as me, and I'm still super like heated about it, and I'm not gonna be like nice about it, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
no, you don't.
avoid it.
I don't think you really need to worry about that with me.
Yeah, if I need like 100 hours of background noise, I'll probably put it on at some point.
Listen, the highlight of the one of the best parts of the Tears of the Kingdom LP from Tim is when he puts the fan on backwards on the wing and doesn't
My
notice.
God, that was so
I watched.
fucking funny.
Wasn't that a second Tim moment? I think
Yes,
that's
it
the
was.
reason why I clicked on that
It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
so
It
bad
was
that
exactly
second
the
Tim
same
had
for
to show
me.
up.
I want to. That came out like right after I posted the animation of one of the animations I did, and I want to animate that exchange so bad.
I'm really glad I put that third fan on. I'm glad you did too.
He just goes absolutely nuts on the post commentary.
Looking at this now, you're not looking at this now. I can tell you that now, right? I can tell you that right now. I lost my freaking mind.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Coach. I hope it hasn't been like uncomfortable to listen to.
No, you're fine.
You know, even if you
Just
have
like
incorrect opinions about games, you're still
what?
my friend.
Come on. There's no incorrect opinions about games.
No, that's
Yeah,
that's the joke.
I don't think I did my joke voice well enough for that. I am being
I
facetious.
Yeah.
gotcha.
No,
I
no,
picked
but
up what you were downing. Put.
no, but like I've never played Breath of the Wild, so like
Mhm.
everything in Tears of the Kingdom was absolutely 100% new
Yeah.
to me, except
Yeah.
for the Bokoblins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't mind it reusing asset
Neither
stuff,
did I. It added
Yeah,
enough,
me
I
neither.
think.
but also like I've always had a soft spot for like the postscript where are they now type sequels, like the black and white twos, the Final Fantasy X twos, the
Yeah.
I was
That
gonna say Chrono Cross, but that of you look at it that way, that game is going to piss you off.
Mhm.
that being said, it has the same fucking problem with the Sky Islands that Skyward Sword had.
There's
There's
nothing
just
there.
nothing to do
up
there.
there.
I mean,
Do you remember?
I think they're better, but that's not exactly
They
saying
are
much.
better, but that's
It's
not a
not a high
high
bar.
bar to beat.
They spent
Remember when you saw the like super high like cascading series of islands and you finally made it up there and it was for one open parentheses, one close parentheses mini game?
yeah.
Yeah, you do the Fall of Faith, and I'm like, oh, cool Zonai lore, and then they don't elaborate, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just enjoy my wingsuit then.
I don't. Yeah, no. The sky
Could've-
was so boring, and they spent so much time hyping it up in the promotional
Oh, man.
material.
That
Yeah.
reminds me of a line that made me so mad. Is in the ending cutscene when Pearl looks up at the temple and she's like, "Man!" And just when I thought I was starting to understand them, I'm like, ah! It made
Oh,
me mad.
Pora.
The game, stay focused, please.
Oh, Pora. Tell you something, I was not ready for that when I opened
Yeah.
when I booted the game.
Pearl's cool. I like her, and it's not just because I think she's pretty.
I was
Yeah.
not prepared for when that door opened.
Yeah,
Did any of you notice that she literally has a popped button on her shirt?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Riju's better.
Listen, I'm just saying. That
They knew what they were doing there.
Yeah.
Riju is better.
Riju is nice too.
I
like Riju
I
also.
appreciate Riju.
Queen Gibdo! No, I'm just...
Yeah, that's
hell yeah.
definitely a you thing.
Now
That's
we're
definitely
talking.
a me thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure when I first saw like Minoru or something, I'm just like, ooh, Polter's gonna go nuts for her.
Yes, Minoru.
All right. I hate to cut the discussion short, but I get hungry.
Yeah.
So,
I need to
Yeah,
go play. I need to go keep playing Elden Ring.
yeah.
Have go
I
food.
need to
This is
go.
fun.
Have go food. Thanks, brain.
I'll figure something out. I don't know.
Thank you for streaming. This was very fun, and I'm glad we're in the post game now. And I wish that
Yeah.
I hadn't missed the like 80% of the fucking finale.
It's
God.
okay. Thanks, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, thank you for playing Final Fantasy X.
I considered pinging you about it, like, yo, twice streaming again, but like I knew you weren't gonna see it, so I didn't bother.
Actually, I literally wasn't even playing Elden Ring. I was talking with somebody on Twitter and lost track of time.
Damn. That's okay. Well, you know,
And I missed your reaction to Yuna flying right through Titus because that's like the most heartbreaking shot in the
I
entire
think it was.
story.
I think it was
That's
subdued.
like- yeah, like that's both heartbreaking and kind of funny though. Like
It
it's,
is funny, but it is like it's such a. I love when Titus is walking away, watching Waka, because you can see all the regret in Waka. Like, why did I
Man.
spend so much time being a racist fuck? Well, you know, the limited time I had with this guy, I lost a brother again. Like, it is one of the most
Man,
underrated aspects of that
I never
scene,
thought.
I think.
I always get distracted by like Riku excitedly waving him off. Like you do realize what's happening to him, right? Like
Yeah.
read the
Oh, and
room.
when Orin gives a chest bump to Kamari as he's
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
past.
Forgot about that.
I noticed that, and I was like,
He's
yeah,
like,
all right.
Yeah. Hey, boy. I just love that so much.
Orin hit Kamar with a "my man."
My man. Okay, I'm done.
But yeah, thanks so much everyone for coming out. Let's do a raid.
Yeah, it really did, David. Wow.
Yeah, it totally did. But you know, that's cool. We like that.
We should do that more often.
I haven't rated. I haven't rated this person in a hot minute.
Oh my god! I just saw something that I have to show everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting it in the Discord.
Bless. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Anyway, I think we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Limit. They're currently doing some TTYD. They're on chapter 2.
Oil the TTYD.
Anyway. So yeah, this has been fun. I think FFX post game is going to be like an occasional thing. It's not going to take up the long game slot on the schedule anymore. Kind of like what happened with Mystery Dungeon. Except I'm hopefully going to get back to those a little bit more.
I was gonna say, yeah. So it'll be like, so I'll see you in 2025.
Mm-hmm. No, but like honestly, after beating like 2-0 Isles, I'm like motivated to do more Mystery Dungeon, and I'm also motivated to do more of this. So like,
hell yes.
Mm-hmm. There will be a lot of podcasty post-game streams, is what I'm telling you. But those will just take up some.
I'm so down for those.
I am excited to watch you dodge blitzballs and birds.
Dude, when are you gonna do the chocobo butts?
Chocobo bots right next to each other.
Well, it'll happen. I don't even have a
I'm
raid
so
message. By the way.
excited. That part sucks, and I have to watch everyone play it.
Could give the classic Jose.
Jose.
Jose!
Or Kimari MVP or some shit like that, because he really was. Oh man, I'm really happy that I got to give Titus the last hit on Final Aeon. It just worked out mathematically. I was like, thank God. That was
Nice.
good. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Jose.
Yay!
It's got to be. You know what? I'll even put like a little. No, I feel like you got. Feel like you gotta get the extra
Hey,
ease.
that's fair.
Jose, and maybe I'll even put like an Alt 1-4 like music note.
Alt 1-4.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That used a that shit.
Yes.
It clicked a bookmark on my Chrome.
Oh. Jose. Anyway, I'll
There we
take
go, perfect.
Let's But yeah, tomorrow's probably gonna be more Thousand Year Door. I'm gonna get to chapter 2, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, in the meantime, y'all take care. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the future.
Later.
Bye.
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 Bye.